should have let off. I probably should have let off this episode with some warnings about body horror.
Yeah. This is KarsaKKWx. Karsa's my name. KKWX is my empire. Here today with my friends as we are playing Faults of Man, run by our GM, Cormac. Let's get to it. All right.
All right. So, last week. Yeah, actually, it was last week. All right. Y'all made it to House Fag Island and started in on your investigation of said island. After looking around for a little bit, you notice that the logs aren't anywhere out in open sight, which, given how long they were even before the station got decommissioned, makes sense. You initially searched the relay building, didn't find what you needed, found a couple interesting journal notes, but that was really about it. You found the records room, noticed it was locked with an electronic lock that is being kept up by backup power. After not being able to crack into that, you figured the best way to get it open is get the main power back online to disengage the backup power. Looking at the generator, you guys figured out that it is currently not working. Not in a oh shit, or not in an irreparable way, but in a it's probably take some time. After looking it over, you decided your initial theory was right. During that time, a couple people went off to look into the bunk room, found a couple more interesting diary entries, and a rather perverted individual who was only interested in, what was it, redheaded, green-eyed, small-titted girls. Women. Sorry, it's really not girls. Let's not get weird about it. And had a shoe fetish.
Yeah, and we also found out that Kieran was totally in agreement with all of that, just minus the shoe fetish.
Hey,
And
I
he
dig.
stole every single piece of porn in that locker.
Hey, I am also into Irish ladies. Just too bad there's none of them around here. Good, I got everybody shut up. So, with that, moving on after that, it had been found out that it'll take probably 3 days, maybe 2, depending on how some of the repairs go, to get the generator back online. During that time, one of the other teams that had been sent out on the island specifically to see if there's any fresh water to supplement your own, if there's any fruit that you can use to supplement your food. All in all, that particular team was in fact just sent out on stupid shit just so people could stretch their legs. You don't need any. The amount of food or water you could find on this island wouldn't have mattered. It was really just an excuse for people, so they could get people out of the island to walk around. But they had broken into, well, not broken into, yeah, fuck it, broken into the storage building. Didn't find a whole hell of a lot. They found some canned goods. A couple of people are like, some of this probably could be all right, and others are like, dude, this shit has been in here for minimum 30 years. I don't even want to try it. I don't care what the fucking can says. Unfortunately, one of them had gotten bit by a spider native to House Fag Island that has a pretty deadly venom. Luckily, Dr. Megan had come in, correctly identified the spider bite, and gotten them onto the ship and used the correct anti-venom, of which you only have 5 doses remaining.
Mm-hmm.
The end of the episode, Kieran had tried to end run the rest of the party and get an oxyacetylene cutting torch into the island so that they could cut through the door. After a brief spat with Security Chief Nawali eventually, according to Kieran, saw a reason and got the welding torch sent to the island, but said he was not going to do it until the morning. This is where we're picking up.
Okay, just so you know, I am going to take one of those anti-venoms with me, just in case
Something
we
happens
get...
again.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed you had I assumed you had probably 1 or 2 doses on you, given the fact that you asked about this ahead of time.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
We would.
You're also like the second in command on the medical team, de facto.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's not even just that. Karsa had the forethought to ask, not specifically about this, but specific enough to get to this point. That's how she knew she had 6 doses of this particular antivenom.
Yeah.
So it makes
fair
absolute
enough.
it makes absolute sense why she would have at least 1 dose on her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was giving this some thought, and I kind of talked about this a little bit with Karsa and Nev after the stream.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to absolutely make a skill roll for an NPC, the most it'll ever be is a 50-50 shot, minus the named ones. They have their own stats.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That percentage will get worse as these guys die.
I mean, here's the thing. As an avid League player, NPC odds are always ever just a coin flip. Either my jungler's better or their jungler's better, and there is no in between.
I've been playing League and I know that. That's fucking funny.
Continue.
Alright, so
Fair, I just figure that he's got another computer he keeps in arm's reach at all times that's running League.
with how much you can hear him clicking in the background sometimes, I wouldn't doubt it.
The doubt comes to the fact is like, y'all think I have more than one laptop? That's cute.
Oh, no. See, why would you ruin the joke like that?
No, it's like an actual mainframe supercomputer that you've got hovering at the side.
Oh, I
Yeah.
fucking wish. That'd be
Use it
fucking
just
nuts.
to play League.
I fucking wish. The
I-
funny part about that is like you can run League on a fucking potato.
I don't think
You do
either.
not need a good setup to play League.
Yeah, I don't think either one of us have a good setup. He's on a laptop, and I got one monitor. One.
Oh wow, yeah, if you number of monitors, how powerful your computer is.
Alright. But, so, this is what's going to happen. The torch is getting sent at first light, which is aka the morning as far as Nawali is concerned. So, I'm going there. There is one engineering guy who stayed on the island. You guys are aware of this. This is the guy who absolutely, positively wants nothing to do with Drs. Chen and Payne.
Yeah, this was the guy that was like, fuck getting on the boat with that and nutter.
So,
Well, I guess he doesn't want to have anti-venom
Well, he doesn't need the
if he needs it.
he'd rather die than let you jab anything with him.
Okay. All right.
I mean, hey, this is a private enterprise. That's his goddamn choice.
Pretty much. Alright. So, here's how this roll is going to go down. I'm going to roll this 50-50, and based on the outcome, we'll determine whether or not the door is cut open by the time the rest of the team gets there, or whether you guys get there in the process of it. Or if the thing blows up if I roll a 1.
Well, that's
Sorry, 100.
Hey, yo!
Correctly, wasn't the settling torch eventually going to make its way back? Or eventually make it back to me at some point in time, since it had to be sent back to the ship? Because remember, I was supposed to have the list of everything needed for the repairs.
I mean, there's more than one. This was the security chief while he's specifically sending one of his guys to grab one and come back.
I thought
Actually,
I thought it was going to be sent up towards me. Since everything was all over there.
No, there's more than one. So you're getting another one. You'll notice that another was signed out last night. But let's see where it goes. D100, 72. So failure. So you got So how this is going to play out is the rest of the team is going to get back to the island in the morning, and this guy who now needs a name because he's become prominent enough that people remember him. And I'm going to call him Theodore. Not Theo, Theodore. If you call him Theo, he gets bitchy.
I love Theo.
He's like, all right, burn the bitch. No, he's not that mean.
Is this the one that has a problem with me?
Yup.
Okay.
All right, but as we arrive, Mr. Grovey Manning steps onto the scene and sees what's going on, and is like, "What in heaven's blaze is going on here? We talked about the goddamn door. We're not going through it that way."
Theodore will stop cutting and look to Kieran, being like, "What the hell's going on?" And
Yeah, he's just gonna look over like, what's going
Grover will head over and snatch the torch out of his hands.
on. Out of interest, how far would you have gotten through around, like, cutting around the wall?
on a failure, call it half.
Alright, because with that, here's just gonna look at it and be like, look, he's halfway through.
I don't give a fuck if he's 90% of the way through. You went behind our backs.
Behind whose fucking backs?
We talked about this yesterday. At length.
we
If
did
you
not.
had something to say about it, say it then, fuckface.
We did not. The fuck are you on about? I heard we were sitting here for 3 days with a thumb up our ass.
That
Yeah,
sounds
because
like a
that's what
skill
the
issue.
engineer team of our squad decided. The people who actually know how this shit works. Not some fucking news reporter.
Hey, look at Theodore. Are you not an engineer?
Was Theodore, were you part of the team that was sent here to do this? No, you were sent here to watch guard with the Nolly's team. Were you not? That's what I fucking thought. Rover will take the torch with him and go back to start working on the generator.
Sorry, I was having headset issues. Theodore's not responding. He's like, "I'm staying the fuck out of this."
Give him a little pat on the shoulder. Well, at least you tried.
You know what? Grover comes out of the generator room and tries to find a Wally.
I mean, easy enough to find. He's geared up to send his guys back out.
Captain Noali, can I have a word with you for a second before you set out?
He'll raise an eyebrow and be like, does this have anything to do with the yelling I just heard?"
It does. I don't begrudge you. I'm playing this firmly on Kieran's, but I would like please do anything he says with you regarding the duties of myself and my name's KK in universe, right? As well.
What?
Oh, your character's name is also KK?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's the same name.
In terms of breaching the door and extracting the information from this base, I would like you to defer to either myself or KK on future matters, if that's all right with you.
He'll just shrug. All right, whatever.
Thank you, and best of luck on your patrol.
Shit, I think I got it easier than you. We just kind of sit out in the woods and wait for something to happen.
And then on that, Grover will head back to the generator.
He'll call back. Does that mean you need 2 of the torches or just the one?
Just the one is fine. I'm the one doing most of the physical work. KK is handling most of the electrical wiring, but I don't think an IC torch is particularly required for that.
All right. What the fuck was that? All right. I suppose that I have one guy heading back as I'm swapping out a couple of guys for shifts. An R&R and sleep. I'll have them take the spare back. There's no point in having it here if it's not needed.
Agreed.
And you know what? Just in case, he's gonna radio. Can I get a second security guy here? I don't care which one. Yeah, there's been a little bit of dissent among the ranks of another team, and I don't need a fight getting out of hand. You'll hear probably the captain over the line, but you can't really understand what she's saying at the moment. Yeah, and then it'll be like, "All right, copy." Looks at the rest of his team. Mount up, we're out. And we are back to the PCs.
And I'm on the island again, right?
Oh, right. Grover, Dr. Payne, are you guys taking the painkillers again?
Yes.
I'll take a dose with me. I will not administer it yet, though.
All right, Karsa, go ahead and roll a 3d6 again because we are getting you a new set of temporary hit points. You rolled higher than last time.
Yeah. Am I still at 1 point?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you failed to heal last time.
Figures.
All right. So, as noted, it will take 2 to 3 days to get this generator done. Other than standing around waiting on the generator to get done, is anybody doing anything else?
I think that might be about it because I'm wrapped up with the generator, so.
I'll wander around the place, like, see if there's anything else that might be of use to like investigate or whatever.
All right, fair enough. All right, so KK and Grover are going to be focusing on the generator unless told otherwise. Dr. Megan, are you doing anything else?
Probably would be searching for like the papers or anything still.
Or possibly anything loose.
To a degree, I will keep somewhat of an eye on the good doctor with her temporary hit point, because she's probably not looking that great.
Oh, I'm looking like shit.
She's looking great. What do you mean? She's having the time of her life.
So, have you ever seen those videos of somebody of like a drug addict who just got their fix and they're running around like they're Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye on her. Like, off to the side, just in case she starts doing something really dumb.
All right. So, last week I had Kieran roll an alertness to see whether or not a supernatural thing happened to him. I was thinking about this over and over and over again during the week. I think I handled this the wrong way. I punished you for succeeding your roll, and that is no bueno. It makes more sense that for somebody who is less alert to get blindsided by anything that includes possibly supernatural things.
Okay, hand it to me.
Well, hold on. Going forward, if I'm for a similar situation with alertness, you will see the supernatural thing on a failure, not a success.
Okay, I'm gonna be screwed. All right, got it.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because this way I am not punishing somebody for succeeding their role. I think that there's a better way to handle it. Does anybody have any
concerns or anything?
A little bit.
Yeah. Thoughts about, well, no, not in the oh my god I'm going to die. It concerns in the I am handling this wrong department.
No.
All right, no hands went up, so we will continue on. So during this, first we're going to get the potentially mechanically relevant things out of the way. We're going to character sheet. Both Dr. Megan and Kieran to roll a search.
Sure.
There'll be no bonuses to this. Actually, no, you guys are spending a whole day doing this, right? You guys aren't doing anything else?
I don't really have an ability that helps anybody except holding a flashlight and searching.
Yeah, I don't care about that. All right, so you guys can go ahead and roll that search with a +20 because you guys are going to be taking a long time to be going through this.
All right, well then I just succeeded, period.
Just roll it and I can account for the 20.
Yeah, I rolled a 38.
Yeah, so you would succeed.
Alright.
Because your 20 would kick it to a 40, so 38 is less than 40.
Okay.
But neither of you critically succeed. So, what I'm going to give you on a success here is you guys spend the day basically going through the parts of the relay station you can get into, the parts going back through the bunkhouse for the things you didn't find, going through the storage shed just in case. You guys do find a couple of those spiders, but they run away from you or you bat a couple of them away. You already knew they were there, so they're not that big a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are absolutely positive that everything you guys have gone through today, and now that Max is here, I don't actually have to roll for him. I would like all 5 of you to roll an alertness. Oh, right.
Here we go again.
Max, relevant information. That's actually bad, because as some information I brought up, there are certain times where the failure on the alertness is gonna get you to see the thing, because you don't want to see the thing. If you remember last week, I had Kieran roll something And when he succeeded the alertness, I had him see like a ghostly outline or something and take sanity for it. I'm doing it the other way, where the failure does that, because I don't want to punish people for success.
Well, all right, punish me.
Oh!
And Karsa gets off worse.
Oh no.
I also need alertness from KK.
Oh, I thought I was still wrapped up in the generator.
You are. This is happening regardless. Okay. So I have Grover and Kieran. You know what? This honestly kind of makes sense, given the two of you were the two most aggressive in that argument. So there, you guys kind of have like, you know how sometimes you get angry, you just get that like tunnel vision, even though you're working on something else?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Grover's spending half the day bitching about the asshole journalist, who is also bitching about 3 fucking days in his fucking shithole.
Yeah, so there's just like that has given you this like nice envelope buffer of lingering fury that has blocked your sight. But
I'm out for it.
Wait a minute. How is it that KK is just failure and I'm critical?
Okay, so how critical failures and critical successes work is you get a critical success if you roll a 1, or if you roll a double number like 11, 22, 33, 66.
You rolled a 66.
If the number would if that number would succeed, it's a critical success. If it fails, it's a critical failure.
So I got a regular failure.
Yes.
Yeah. So, KK and Max, over the time while you're sitting here on this island. Oh, right, Max. There is a second security guy with you because Captain Nawali is worried about a potential fight breaking out between Grover
I've moved
and.
back to the island. Got it.
Yes, everybody's on the island. There is a second one there with you because they do not want to fight getting out of control and hurting somebody. Mostly doesn't want Grover beating the shit out of the journalist.
Okay, when did we get a journalist?
Got
That's
it.
Kieran?
Hello.
Kieran.
Oh,
Left hand waves. Hello. flashes
you're the
camera.
journalist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Why? What did you do?
All right. They got into an argument, and Nawali is, whether this is true or not, is assuming that even though Grover's 72, him being the veteran that he is, would still win that fight pretty handily.
I mean, to be fair, Kieran probably is of the same opinion.
Yeah.
Like this old guy, sure he's old, but he's here. Therefore, he's not some frail old shit. He could probably still whip my ass.
He's
Yeah,
Batman's butler.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Alfred, double tap Pennywise.
Yep.
But yes, but KK and Max, while you guys are off doing your things, KK, you're in the generator room for, the entire day looking around. It's just occasionally you think you see something moving, but then you just rationalize it as in like, oh, maybe Grover moved one of the lights and a shadow moved, or it's just a wire it swung across, or a cobweb had fallen, or something. Until you happen to look over at one point, and there is now a third person in this room working on the generator with you, and then you see them get electrified, shot across the room, and die.
Groovy.
And I need you to roll a 1d4 for me. If you need to know how to do that, it is /R space 1d4.
Slash what?
Oh wait, no, I need you to roll sanity first. I need you to
Roll.
roll sanity first. No. Go to your character sheet, and I need you to roll sanity. I missed a step. Glad I caught it before you rolled. But you did fail, so now I need that d4. Yes, as Kieran put it in there without the quotations.
Yeah, uses the same thing as roll 20.
All right. So KK, you are going to lose 3 sanity, meaning your 50 will drop to a 47.
Yay.
He says yay. Now watch, he rolls the same thing, but yet for some reason it's a critical failure.
Oh no, he succeeded.
Oh yeah, he succeeded. He gets to go yay. Max,
I got regular failure.
while you happen to be walking around the island, the same kind of thing happens. You notice small things in the corner of your vision, maybe a couple sounds here and there. It's a little harder for KK to notice sounds given the work that's been going on. You, on the other hand, can kind of hear them working off in the background, but being mostly outside and wandering around, that the amount of sound you're hearing of the working comes and goes based on distance and how many walls are in the way.
Mm-hmm. Physics.
Yeah. But at one point, you think you hear rustling in the trees, and you look over, and you could swear you just saw a body get pulled into the underbrush.
Well, Max carefully goes to investigate.
Moving over to investigate, you, for the splittest of seconds, see what you could only describe as charnel house horror body before blinking and it's gone.
Sorry, what house horror body?
Charnel house, where they
Charnel.
would, yeah. Would you like a definition?
Yes, please.
Charnel, containing the bodies of the dead. Tomb, vault, cemetery, or other place of bones of the dead or bones of the dead are deposited.
Oh, yeah, I literally just looked that up and immediately came up with charnel house and started writing that in. I had never actually heard that term before.
Yeah.
So if you would like a better definition, you swear you see a body that looks like it has been eviscerated by both tooth, claw, and explosion.
Just another day on the battlefield, boys.
Well, hold on. Let's see. Roll that sanity.
I think that would be Max's response either way.
All right. Well, failure. So give me the D4.
Just another day on the battlefield, boys.
All right. So go ahead and take 2 sanity damage. Dr. Megan.
The moment, the fear
I'm
that she's
going to
been
mute up
waiting
because
for.
this sounds like it's going to suck.
Moving around with Kieran, you could occasionally hear him in the background going, "That stupid fucking I won't be here, goddamn motherfucker." Nav, would you continue for me, please?
No, because it might go on for a while.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, it's basically that. Internal monologues of internal yet spoken out loud monologues.
Against Grover?
Yeah, basically. And anybody that happened to back Grover at the time or would say anything in defense of said thing.
Yeah, like so close.
Oh, then he's getting mad at me too. 'Cause,
Fair enough.
I did hear Grover say that.
All right, so then at some point, Kieran will have had enough of your bullshit and walk away.
Okay.
And that is the instance you realize that
I'm alone.
you didn't. Well, no, you're not alone. You didn't actually notice he left. You keep talking and you keep getting a response.
Oh.
Yeah, I've gotten pissed off, walked out of the room to, go stand out at the
Did
door.
you not hear me? Kieran!
I heard you. Hold on. I heard you just fine. What are you talking about? Why would I be mad at you? I'm with you. We need to get off this island.
We definitely need to get off this island, but we first got to finish searching. Where are the
Searching?
papers?
What papers? We don't need the goddamn papers. They're getting rid of us. 3 of our friends are dead.
Wait, who's dead?
You don't. How could you not remember Helga, or Vilkin, or Hans? All of them are dead.
Helga? I don't remember Helga. No, I don't remember Helga.
How can you not remember? This is when you turn around and you realize that you have been talking to a spirit who is not only missing a head, but pretty much the left side of their body.
Holy shit.
Yup.
Yeah, sanity.
Yup.
Shut up.
This is just not your morning.
That's fucking perfect. All right, fumbling a sanity roll means the agent loses the most possible sanity. If the loss for failure of the sanity roll would mean a d20, they lose 20. Well, good news for you is critical failure on the initial alertness doesn't mean a thing. It just means I get to go a little bit more ham with what's happening to you. So you're just gonna straight lose 4.
Okay.
Which is good because that is not enough to trigger temporary insanity. That has to be 5 or
You have
more
to...
in one go. So all 3 of these things happen not at the same time, but close, within an hour of each other. And it's near the ending of the work hour. We'll call it, oh wait, I don't know, twilight, dusk?
End of the day.
I use those words specifically.
What? Okay, hold on. I have a question.
Yeah,
You said Helga. What were the others?
Vilka and Hans. I will type them into the thing for you.
Thank you.
Not HNAS fingers.
Don't you just love it when your keyboard glitches?
No, because that means my fingers are glitching.
I don't know. I've had times where I've written something and the letter is misplaced, but it wasn't my fault.
Okay. Yep, I totally believe you.
So I'm going to continue this conversation with this thing and say,
Well, that's the thing. As soon as you realize what it is, it vanishes
damn,
in front of you.
I'm seeing things.
You're seeing
I'm
and hearing
seeing.
things. That's auditory and visual hallucinations.
I am seeing and hearing things. Why did they die?
Interesting question or not. What the fuck would cause that kind of injury?
Yeah. What the heck? Okay, so he lost his head and what?
Most of the left side of his body.
I would say that I'm literally just looking at where this creature was and just staring.
Yeah, she's basically deer in the headlights. KK, as soon as that guy would hit the wall from getting shot across the room, it basically disperses into nothingness.
And Grover doesn't get any reaction whatsoever.
Yeah. Because based on where it hit, based on where that person would have hit, they would have created a large amount of noise. Definitely loud enough that would have gotten Grover's attention.
I'm probably gonna just push it to the back of my head, to the back of my mind, and continue working at that point.
Okay.
Well, it's because also the thing is though too, it's like it could also just been a normal thing at one point in time because remember she did live on an island alone for an odd amount of years. Or for an unspecified amount of years.
You guys eventually all meet back up.
But I was deer in headlights for a good amount of time. Did anybody notice me?
No. Well, Kieran, how long would you wait before going back to Dr. Megan?
Probably about let's say 8 minutes.
All right. You happen to walk back in a room. You walk back to where she is, and she's just standing in the middle of, well, let's say you guys were investigating the bunkhouse, and you were in the common room. She's standing behind, like, the kitchenette, like, it's not a bar.
Yeah, like the little sort of serving island thing.
Yeah, just kind of staring off at the wall.
He'll just sort of walk in, see this, and kind of arch a brow like, the fuck are you doing? Hello? Kind of walk over doing the, the hand wave in front of the face, snapping the fingers. Hello?
McFly, anyone home?
Dr. Megan.
Did you see that?
See what?
That man without a head and a half of his body?
Let me think back. No, I went outside for a smoke. You saw a guy without a head and a body and just stood there.
She's just looking kind of dumbfounded.
Are you alright?
No.
Define no.
Do we have a
And that's
Helga,
what I said,
Vilka, or
you
Hans
graduate
part
from-
of our group?
What was that you asking if I know anyone called Hans in the group?
Hans, Helga, or Vilka? These
Oh,
are
as you're asking that, he'll whip out his little journal, just like Dr. Megan going fucking mad. And kind of, no, those names don't mean anything to me.
we gotta get off this island.
What the fuck do you think I was trying to do?
We gotta get off this island now.
Oh, gee whiz, it's almost like someone thought of that before. He'll slot the book, he'll slot his like pen back in his book and stuff like that in a pouch. Out of interest, seeing that I don't recognize the names, did any of those names appear in
No.
the journals and stuff? No.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, because he'll sort of take a minute and be like, I don't remember them in any of the journals.
He was talking about Helga, Vilka, and Hans. At first I thought he was you, but you don't have a Scandinavian accent.
Oh, really? What gave it away?
Well, duh, your Scottish accent.
Yeah, he just got copied. Yeah.
Everybody at the party kills over dead. Wow, couldn't have been more subtle.
We gotta find those papers and get the hell off this island.
So, like, what, you're seeing ghosts, are you? You think maybe this place is haunted?
Yes. Yes to both parts. Not just seeing ghosts, hearing ghosts.
What are you on? Because you look like you've been through the shit. I mean, I'm actually picturing that Dr. Megan currently looks like, dragged through a hedge backwards.
The only reason why I'm here is because I was given painkillers that could keep me awake.
Well, there's your problem.
Who'd you get them from?
All
Dr.
Max walks in the
Chen.
room. Max has entered the scene.
Yeah, as soon as you walk in, it's just like, are you sure that they might not give you a bunch of hallucinations and stuff? If you're seeing, like, corpses.
No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to tell Dr. Chen about this.
You know what? It's your funeral.
Oh, hey, excuse me.
I feel
What
like,
about
at this
my
point,
funeral?
Grover is,
Who
like,
are
still packed
you
up since
to
start.
be telling me it's my funeral?
The other doctor is weirder than you. Everybody knows it.
I mean, to be fair, he's got a point.
That's true.
I mean, hell, we look at the guy that stayed here last night. He doesn't want to be in the same room as you, and even less so with the other guy. But out of interest, have you been in like situations like this before?
Well,
Is that to me,
I'm
or
a
is that to-
combat medic.
Saying it to her.
I was a
Right.
combat medic.
All right, fair enough. It's just because over the years, you get used to people in like their first sort of stuff like that. They
But this
Sorry,
was
I got
different.
distracted.
This was not like a normal combat situation.
But then you did get kind of messed up. Actually, real quick, cliff notes for how that happened. Because I missed the combat stuff that went on in the first or second session.
There were pirates and sorry, I was typing something.
Yeah.
There were pirates, and unfortunately, Dr. Megan got unlucky and got popped right in the upper right chest.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
Dr. Megan got
you shot.
severely fucked up.
Yeah. Okay.
Luckily, it didn't hit any. It didn't hit any arteries. It did, however, crack a rib, or two, or three.
It hurt. Bottom line.
Yeah. It was as lucky as you can be while being unlucky enough to get shot where you did.
Yeah, he's gonna look over to
You're
Max.
asking, I did get shot.
Yeah,
If that's what
well,
you're asking.
Yeah, like that's like the
Yep.
info I would be aware of being
Basically, it's saying is that you're lucky to be alive.
Mm,
that's the actual stuff. Because we were having bathroom work done at the time. So yeah, Kieran's gonna look over to Max and just be like, so you've probably had experience with people starting to crack a little bit with pressures and stuff. And
I'm
then
not
look back over to Dr.
cracking.
Megan,
I
like,
swear I
I'm
saw
not
that.
saying I'm not saying that you're going crazy. However, what you're telling me you saw sounds crazy. A dude minus a head and half their body speaking to you in a Scandinavian accent and telling you about who the
Helga,
three people-
Vilka, and Hans.
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna look over to Ski Mask and be like, I think she's gone senile. We need to stick her in a hole.
I'm
I
not
stepped away for about 5 minutes,
senile.
Kirby.
Okay.
I saw and heard what I saw.
Okay, fair enough. But how many people
I mean,
do you
people
know
have
that
been
walk around
people
talking
have
about
been supposedly claiming they've been hearing strange noises. Plus, we have those journal entries that we found the other day.
Yeah, but
Maybe
I mean,
the
those
silence
guys
drives
think
people
you're
crazy.
Come on, man.
I'm not crazy.
That's
the
what a
people
crazy
in the
person would
journal,
say.
right? You'll actually
I'm a
go
little
out there-
loopy, but I'm not crazy.
That's
you'll throw
exactly
the-
what a
you'll
crazy
throw the
person
journal
would
out,
say.
'cause I kinda
And
like
that's
the
when
way
you
it
would
works.
respond is that's what a crazy person would respond with.
These people had been here for years, working here. People get bored. Minds wander. We've been here, what? Maybe 36 hours-ish?
If that.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds kind of, and you'll stuff the book back in the bag. It sounds a little quick.
I'm not
Oh,
crazy.
That's exactly what a crazy person would say.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut up, you. I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm saying, considering your state, you'll kind of gesture like in terms of the fact that you've been through the wars, as it were. Like, you've had a slightly hard time of it. That you are under pressure. You know what I mean? You are the medic. You've got everyone's like health and well-being on your mind.
Well,
I'm
that
not
is
saying you're
true.
crazy. I'm saying you are the focus of that pressure while you're here, because as far as I'm aware, you're our only main medic.
Yeah.
Other medic go missing?
He's on the
Shit, we have another
ship. Okay. Max
right,
and
medical
Megan are
misconduct.
going to have a fight at some point if he keeps it up.
Alright.
Well, in the while, they brought the security guy in case me and Grover came to punchies. I got my ass handed to me.
I am back, and as Grover comes out of the generator room, having overheard some of the conversation, he'll,
Megan
walk out
is
with, like, his
yelling
bag
at Max too.
and his tools and be like, I am unimpressed with your drug-induced hallucinations. Take it up with Ken, ask him how strong their hallucinogenic is and his narcotics. You should know that's part of the risk when you take high-dosage painkillers. Now let's get back to the ship.
Painkillers.
I will just go
Wait
back
a
to
minute,
the
you took
ship.
them too, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Well, I did yesterday. I didn't take him this time because nothing happened. I was holding off until see if a situation did occur. Because they felt like hell the next morning, or rather, last night. I slept it off well enough, but they took a toll on me as well.
So you're
Yeah,
telling me I need to go back on the ship?
Our shift's over, unless you want to sleep out here. But based on what
No,
you're saying,
I will go on the ship.
But seriously, I'm not saying you're crazy, but I also don't buy that you saw a ghost. You saw a hallucination. Or heard an hallucination. Or both. I didn't get that much of the conversation.
I mean, she produced names, so supposedly heard.
Do we have any Helga, Velka, or Hans on our ship?
No.
Then why would I know those names?
You could have made them up.
What names? There's nothing about them on the records, and even when I called from Kieran, he didn't say anything about those names when he went through the records. Can you confirm that? As Grover goes over at him.
Yeah, he'll nod like, yeah. These
So yeah,
names
this
will
is
appear anywhere.
3 random names of a similar geographical location.
Actually, real quick, while we were going through stuff, did we ever find like a staff list for people sent here, kind of thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did they ever get into that room?
No.
No, probably one more day.
Yeah, like, if there is any info on these people, we haven't found them. Maybe they're in the records room. But we haven't come across anything about these people in any of the hard records that we have.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'll just get back on the ship.
Now, in fairness, we have all seen combat. For all we know, the wounds that you have given plus the drugs have caused you a very, very realistic hallucination.
I could believe it.
PTSD is one hell of a drug.
I don't have PTSD.
I just kind of look over at him like, oh, you have no fucking.
I don't have PTSD.
After that,
He's screaming and
Grover
hanging
will
out.
pack up his stuff on the skiff and head back to the ship with the others.
She's
Had to be
heading.
turned in for a head count for Nawali.
She's heading with Grover.
Yeah, well, as you guys exit the bunkhouse, Nawali's there going, well, everything all right? He has a tear gas grenade in his hand. Wasn't sure I was gonna have to use this or not.
Oh,
Max
please.
looks at it.
We're not gonna
What?
start killing each other.
Oh, let's start saving for me, I guess. Put it on his belt.
Kieran just kind of gives him like the comical, I'm sorry, look. I'm sorry you didn't get to pop a tear gas at us. Oh well.
Were you trying to pop a tear gas on us?
I guess before we head out, anything eventful on the outside or further inland?
Well, you didn't notice when it happened.
Fair enough. Good night. What was his preferred? What did he introduce himself? He introduced himself as a security officer, Nawali, right?
That's security chief. You guys have never actually gotten his first name.
All right. Well, say good night, Chief Nawali.
Yeah, sleep tight. Don't let the wharf rat bite. Oh, I'm serious. We've noticed a couple of large rats around the dock. Some of them might have gotten on the boat. Be careful.
Oh, fair enough.
Occupational hazard of being on a boat.
And then we go sleep, and maybe we die. Well, maybe we roll critical failure on our recovery checks.
Yeah. Because of the truncated nature of this game, I have zero issue you guys rolling every night. Technically, you're supposed to get complete bed rest, but
It's really funny if the person on one hit
I know.
fails out.
oh, I know. So, because of that, I do need you guys to go ahead and roll con checks. Just 2 of you that are injured. The rest of you guys are fine.
I would love to.
Just on the off chance that it's the last picture ever, there is a picture of the boat heading away with like everyone apart.
Finally! Barely, but finally!
All right, Dr. Megan can finally go from 1 hit point to 2.
Yeah,
Hey, that's double.
Yay!
you've had an exact 100% increase in health.
Feels bad, man.
You've doubled your hit points.
And I lost all my temps.
Now
Yeah.
you can't die when you critically fail your next recovery check.
Yeah. Speaking of Dr. Megan, I do need you. Actually, you know what? I'll just do it for you because this will be faster.
Be afraid. Be very
All
afraid.
right, cool. Your willpower doesn't change, or you gained 1 willpower
Yay!
because you would gain the exhaustion condition and then sleep a night.
All right. I do talk to Chen though about the
Alright.
situation.
All right, so lead me into this conversation.
Dr. Chen,
Ah, yes. What do you need?
how often or how long have you had these painkillers?
Oh, proprietary blend. That is literally the alpha test.
Damn, I'll be right
Can
back
it
here for a
cause
minute.
hallucinations?
I don't know the side effects. You and Grover are the first 2 test subjects.
Oh no.
She goes
And
white.
today-
She goes
And
white.
today, the doctor has realized that she is in a clinical trial.
Can I please speak? Thank you. She definitely goes white. Are you? I mean, Max, are you on there? If you're there, fine. If not, I'm talking to him.
No, that was me providing commentary.
Yeah, I don't think Max has any reason to be on the infirmary level at the moment.
Well,
Nope.
sir,
Grover might be there.
Yeah,
Grover can be there if he
you go
wants.
straight there? Did you go straight there?
I live there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did you head straight there upon us getting back to the ship?
Yes.
Probably just
I
to
I would
return.
go along. Yeah, I would go along, just like keeping an eye on her, because I am not sure that she's 100% capable of being safe on her own.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
because
At that
she
point,
in a bad state at this point.
in that case, Grover would not be there because he'd be busy packing up his engineering shit.
Okay.
I mean, they're not keeping you there. They say you're far enough along that you can rest in a normal bunk.
Oh
They're
hell
just-
yeah! Fuck the medical bay then.
If a critical failure can't put you into defib, then you don't need to be there.
Hell yeah, we're free.
So I'm not free.
I just
No.
pictured they were running down the hallway like, yes, I get to go back to my own bunk. Fuck this place.
I can
Does it-
smoke!
Because a critical failure on healing is a D4 damage. So until you have 5 or more hit points, they keep you in the infirmary.
I don't have that.
Oh no.
But you already live there, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah. So yes, I would have gone directly towards
So yeah,
the
here in a few.
med bay. I would have talked to Dr. Chen, and yes, if you feel like you need to join me, then that's fine. But if you're not there, then you don't need to be making commentary.
Well, no, the short version, Kieran, if you're there, you heard that entire exchange. And Dr. Chen does not look like he gives any fucks about it.
So you now know she's on Alpha.
Yeah, it means that you get the exclusive scoop on the clinical trial.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what, like, there's not actually a good pharmaceutical thing I can think of offhand. It would be like, all right, insert company name here. It would make sense. But it's unfortunate because as a journalist, we'd probably 100% know of a company that could be referenced here.
All right, I mean, you can make one up if you want. I really don't care. Add one into the story.
Yeah, all right, VersaLife. God, that's terrible because that's the first one that comes to mind.
That's fine. Yeah. Oh, yes, I've worked with them before. Actually, they're going to be one of my major benefits. They're one of the major benefactors of this. Also, you, there, journalist, I know who you are and what you do. You realize that the contract you signed to be on this is an NDA regarding anything that comes about as part of this. That includes, if you look at Section 13, Subsection 2, anything, any and all trials that I am conducting.
Yeah, you'll be like, I'm aware, and he'll actually quote the exact part of that and be like, yes, I'm one of those psychos that reads the contract.
Good. You also would happen to know
nothing
the...
that I document, I publish here.
Oh.
Because like literally, I'm going on the thing where his whole thing is documenting everything, which then basically gets handed over to Rich Guy and his people, and then they decide what actually goes out.
Good.
He's simply here to take the pictures and shit.
Good. I would hate to see what happens to you if you don't abide by the NDA.
It wouldn't be the first one I'm saying. But no, I'm simply here making sure she got back here all right, because she does not look good to me. She looks like she's been through some shit.
Well, yeah, she's been shot, so yeah. Anyway, you said you had hallucinations, Dr. Megan?
Well, I saw a man who had no head and had half his body blown off.
That makes sense given your experiences. Anything else?
It wasn't just that I saw it, I also heard it.
Oh, sorry, and just hallucinations. Ooh, interesting.
Because they kept saying, well, Helga, Vilka, and Hans were killed there too. I don't know of any Helga, Vilka, and Hans. Do you, sir?
Oh, I know, yes. They're not here. Contemporary in Austria. But last I knew he was alive.
He
I don't
kept...
know why he'd be out here.
The hallucination kept saying that we need to get off the island.
Possible these are hallucinations of past trauma now manifesting.
No, I don't have PTSD. But I don't know anybody by those names.
Hallucinations don't have to make sense. They could be names you've heard in the past. Helga and Hans are pretty common names. Vilka not so much. That's a little off. But... Oh, when all is said and done, yes, it could be a side effect of the alpha test of this particular painkiller. The only way to know is for you to keep taking it and let me know.
Yeah, see, answer to drug-induced hallucinations is obviously more drugs, kids.
Dude, how do you think clinical trials work?
Fair.
Fine. I'm gonna
Did,
sleep it off, though.
Yes, you look like you're about to pass out. Did Mr. Manning have any hallucinations?
He didn't take it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, he was quite dismissive of the other stuff, so probably not when he took him before.
Well, yes, it makes sense that you become incredibly tired when you push your body as battered as these two are, as far as they did, even under the amount of painkillers. Painkillers doesn't fix the body; it just makes you not notice the problems. It's like putting duct tape on a broken window.
No, I think this duct tape needs to go to sleep.
Well, you're not the duct tape; you're the window in this.
Okay, well, this window needs to go to sleep.
Yes, you're misunderstanding metaphors. Clearly you need sleep.
Yeah, Kira, how do we talk about that? The duct tape is tired. It is easy.
You know, I'm gonna use that line somewhere now. The duct tape is tired.
You're walking through the shoes factory. The duct tape is tired. A large chunk of metal lands on your head.
Yeah.
What you could do is just have a crew member just named Duct Tape. Why? He has an obsession with duct tape.
No, there is a set of fraternal twins named Socket and Wrench.
Nice.
Do they have a child named 9mm or 10mm?
Sure, because they're incestuous that way.
No.
Yep,
I literally said they were fraternal twins and let off with that.
God damn it! Right, I'm awake.
Okay. Well, Megan goes to sleep. Goes
Yeah.
back to her medical bed because she knows she needs to be in that bed and goes to sleep.
All right. Yeah, anybody else doing anything before the morning?
The only thing I can think of is like go back to wherever and basically swap out, memory cards and stuff on cameras, and I can basically back up everything.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Stuff, general maintenance stuff like that. I'll just assume you guys are taking care of. Not too concerned about it.
Yeah.
All right. There's no other major. There's no other.
Actually, is there any way that we can do like history search on an area from the ship? Would that be possible?
Oh. Yes. Yeah. Pretty sure you can access. Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. Sure. What's up? What do you want?
Basically, she's mentioning about people coming here and dying.
Oh, all right. You want to see if you can find out anything you care about?
Yeah.
All right.
If there's anything about that might come up relevant.
Well, you're searching for 3 first names and no surnames. Granted, you are searching them in connection with a relatively obscure island.
Yeah. Like, I'm not really expecting to get something, but it's something
I know,
that the character would look up to. Just have a cursory, like, fuck it, let's see if I find something.
It's me looking over to decide whether or not I actually want to have you roll for it, if I just want to give it to you. Yeah, I don't. Failure wouldn't carry any consequences here, so yeah, I don't even need to have you roll for it. If you search for those 3 particular names, you will get a missing persons report from Greenland for 5 people or 5 college kids or college students. A couple of them are a little old. No, 5 graduate level college students that went out on a small like house ship. They said they were looking for, or when they left, they were doing this for a graduate thesis on. Fuck about it. It was for a graduate thesis related to telecoms, but they didn't tell anybody where they were going, and they never came back. The other 2 names that were be listed with them are Jan and God, why is his last name not fucking Kirk?
Okay, so Jan, Kirk, Helga, Vilka, Han.
Yep.
Okay.
There was one boat that was completely unusable at the docks where you're at. Would not be big enough for what they claimed they were doing.
Yeah.
But that is all you get. It doesn't have any actual connection to Housewag as far as you can tell.
Yeah, it's mostly just on these 3 names happen to come up, and this
Yep.
is the only thing that might even have some relevance.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll make a note in his little journal of possibly just keeping an eye, like an ear out for if those other names appear at any time, or if there's any kind of mention of something that might be tied back to this, and then this becomes relevant.
What were those 2 names?
Jan and Kirk. Now, is that Jan with a Y or a J?
Jay.
J. I knew it. I wrote in that, and then I changed it to a Y. I knew I messed up.
Alright. But, nobody has anything else they would like to do before morning? We will crack on to the next morning. Before we get into what happens with this particular day, I would like both Grover and KK to throw me a luck roll.
Sure.
It is the higher of your 2 successes that's gonna bet.
Where do I find luck?
It's on the top of your sheet. Like, you don't need to click any of the tabs. It's just all the way at the top. All right. Well, here's the thing. I'm using the higher of the 2 results.
Yeah, it's a normal failure.
Yep. So it'll take 3 days. If one of you had succeeded, it'd have taken 2.
Okay.
I figured I'd give you guys 2 chances at getting 2 days. Did not work out. But if you guys were gonna fail any rolls, these are not bad. This is not a bad one to fail at.
True.
It's just dictating, hey, we probably got lucky on a part that could be saved instead of needing to be replaced.
Yeah, basically. There's just something you guys thought you'd have to deal with, you didn't.
Okay. But we do. So we're gonna be here for today and then the day after.
Yeah. This day is actually gonna pass relatively uneventful. So unless anybody has anything particular they would like to do, I'm actually gonna move on to. Oh, right. Dr. Megan, Grover, are you guys taking the painkillers?
Once again, I'll take a dose with me, but I will not take it unless something happens.
Am
and I'll
I
return to my bed at the end of the night.
Am I required to go back, or can I take
To the
it?
island?
Yeah.
Yes, you are on that team, and they understand that you are heavily injured, but you still have a job to do.
All right, then yes, I would take the painkillers.
All right. As the amount of temporary hit points you get, doesn't matter. I just want to know whether or not you took it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep that 13 for now. I'm just gonna have you keep that roll for this session.
Okay, so 15.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. All right. This day, yes, all quiet, nothing happens. So, unless any of you have anything relevant you want to say to each other or any of the other NPCs, I'm going to move on to day 3.
It's fine by me.
Most of the time, this place has got like walls, doesn't it?
It's got like chain link fences. Well, it used to have a chain link fence. About 2/3 of the entire fence line is gone.
Are there any like the term guard tower comes to mind, but that's not exactly what I'm meaning. Is there anything like that around the place?
Like a raised platform you could stand on? No. If you want, you can get onto the roofs.
Alright, I probably spend most of the day on the roof of whatever the tallest building is, just like taking nature shots and landscape and shit.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Easily enough. That would actually be the relay building. To get up to the dish. There's a catwalk up there for repairs and maintenance.
Nice. Yeah, I hang out there taking lots of pictures.
If you want to roll photography, you can. I'm just gonna say you get a bunch of decent nature shots.
I fucking let's see how good we go.
All right, you get not like award winning, but you could probably send a couple to National Geographic and get probably paid for a couple.
Yeah.
He takes
Or
2
that
good
kind of
ones
thing.
and he takes
It'll
2
be
good
that
ones.
thing where you take an amazing picture, you look at it on the camera and like, god damn it, that shit. Like anyone else would look at it and be like, that's amazing. You decide that it's shit because your composition or whatever. I've got a PhD in photography. This is crap. Like it's easily good enough for Nat Geo.
I was gonna say what you could do is be like, hey, yeah, he takes 2 good ones and the other 15 are all blurry.
I mean,
No,
the place is
he's
today.
better than that. He has.
Well, no, it's like all this failure is representing is that like it's nothing award winning. I was saying like this is an average collection of shots for him. He could definitely sell some to like a National Geographic or something for like some background photos of like vistas and whatnot. But you didn't catch anything special. Like oh look, a squirrel.
But yeah, I believe that's pretty much it for that day.
Max, you're the only other person wandering around. You doing anything special or just doing soldier things?
Doing the soldier things.
All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and do the willpower drain on Dr. Megan for the exhaustion. Cool, you recover another willpower.
Yay!
And then I would like the con checks from Grover and Dr. Megan.
Let's see who dies.
I healed.
I healed.
So you both gain 1 hit point.
Let's fucking go.
Dr. Megan, you're still at 3, so you're still required to sleep in the infirmary.
Mm-hmm.
Grover, what are you at, 7 now?
6.
Oh, I missed it. I thought you started at 5. Oh, you failed your last one, so I was right. All right. So, day 3. You, Grover, you and KK are absolutely certain that this generator, come hell or high water, will be done today, one way or the other. It'll either fire up and work, or it's gonna explode. There's no in between.
I can't wait.
I'm kidding. It's not. For this thing to explode, you guys would have had to majorly mess up, and based on your rolls from when you guys were doing your diagnostic, isn't going to happen. It's either the repairs you guys are doing is just too little, too late, or it's going to work.
Okay.
To rig this thing to explode would take a master of both mechanical and electrical, and I'm sorry, C4.
I was about to say, just copious amounts of explosives typically does the trick for me.
Which you guys have if you want to do that.
No, that would be was it Mask Face? I don't know. I don't remember his name. Was it Ski Mask? He'd be him penetrate rig it with his own expertise. There you go. Let me put a beam can grenade in there.
Yeah,
you put a grenade in the gas tank, and it's like, sorry guys, it was just a prank, you know.
Yeah, Max.
Hold your face up. It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah, Max. What is your demo? 60?
Something like that.
Yeah. So if you guys want something exploded, Max is your guy.
That tracks.
Yeah, because I could blow.
Good to know.
Hey man, good for you. I don't judge. Actually, no, I'm old. I definitely judge.
Every time you walk into a bar, you find like the most attractive person and just walk up like, "Hey, let me blow you." You wonder why your face is covered in marks of being slapped.
Unracks the shotgun, blow you away. Wait, no.
He's
rack
about
the
to
shotgun.
bust.
Oh no. All right. But day 3, again, assuming you're all doing the exact same things you're doing on day 2, I would like one more round of alertness rolls from everybody.
Sounds good.
Boom, failure.
Grover, you continue to not give a fuck about anything happening around you.
I'm a man on a mission. Clang, clang, clang.
All right, Max, you are also like, yeah, I saw one exploded corpse. That's my quota for this island.
Yeah, Max will say that out loud.
KK, I need an alertness roll from you as well.
Oh, what roll?
An alertness. Okay.
7.
All right. We're gonna handle Dr. Megan last because she's the one getting hit hardest by whatever the hell's going on.
Of course.
Again?
Again.
We're gonna go ahead and lead off with Kieran.
Okay.
Kieran, as you've been taking your nature shots or whatever you happen to be doing today.
Yeah.
You are taking your pictures, and then you swear you feel something crawling on your hand. You look down, and there's one of those spiders you were warned about.
Okay, so where is the suicide roll? No, you know what? It's unarmed combat where I go blah and the arm out to the side. Get the fuck off of me, you fucker!
All right, you go to swat it away. That's what you notice is now on your other hand.
I do the exact same thing with more vigor.
As you continue to try to swat away the spider, you notice that it's not one spider, it's not 2 spiders, it's a bunch of them. They have crawled their way up on you, and you can swear you feel them begin to bite into you. This goes on for maybe a good 45 seconds before you realize there's nothing there. And I do need you to go ahead and roll sanity.
That is 100% legit. This entire thing goes like, you know that scene in Ace Ventura with the bats?
Yeah.
It's effectively that.
Well, Max, you're gonna notice this because you're outside.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get to handle all the situations and the roles before I start dealing with reactions on everybody. Well, you succeed, which is good for you. Yeah, so you're not going to take any sanity loss from this because this was only a D4. D4 on failure. Basically, if it's a D4 on failure, then success is 0. And anything above this, even a succeeding is still a problem. But we're good. So you start to deal with the swarm, thrash around, start to run away before they disappear. And how does Kieran rationalize what has happened to him?
Not well.
Fair enough.
It's a good response.
Yep.
Yeah, because like the funny thing with that is, right? Hey, I am actually an arachnophobe IRL.
Oh, my bad. Did not know that. Would not have done this to you if I knew that.
No, that's totally fine. Hey, I don't actually mind spiders that much. It's stay the fuck away from me. If you touch me, then I'm a freak the fuck out. It's that whole thing. So yeah, in that whole situation, it would be the battering everything like, oh god, they're in my skin, oh no, and then as soon as everything goes, there would probably be like a few more moments of like smacking arms and patting hair and stuff, and then eventually like realizing it's all gone, there'd be like the heavy breathing and the sudden collapse on the ground, like, oh come on, what the fuck, that is not fucking cool, universe, fuck you. So you probably got a mental Scottish guy sitting on the top of the building now shouting at the universe to fuck off.
Oh yeah, Max, you'll easily notice that. All right, we will cut over to KK dealing in the generator room. KK,
Yeah.
That whole scene of the guy getting shocked and sent across the room, that happens again. Except this time, it doesn't dissipate as soon as he hits the wall. He falls to the ground. You could vaguely hear him start to call for help and like raise a hand. That's when you see another apparition run in through the door. Part of the generator explode off the side, slam into them, basically cut them in half, and then everything disappears. And then I would need a sanity roll from you as well.
Critical
Oh, you're
success.
fine. Oh god, you're like, I watched people get cut in half by exploding generators before. This is nothing.
No, it's like, oh, it reminds me of the hallucination that I had on my island, and just goes back onto my day.
Grover, nothing happens whatsoever. No, you don't notice anything wrong. KK just seems completely fine. Nothing happens. You know nothing. You are the only person in this party who has yet to come across anything even tangentially supernatural.
Yeah, I'm a man on a mission. I got a job too. I'm focused on my job. These other guys are just fucking getting jittery and jumpy for no fucking reason.
All right, so that happened. We're gonna cut over to Dr. Payne.
Poor Payne.
Dr. Payne, for whatever reason, you decide to go back into the bunk room, or the bunkhouse.
Why did I do that?
Don't know. But this is when you
Looking for looking for papers with those names on it. That's why.
Well, see, that's the interesting thing. As you're looking around, you swear you've checked this particular box before. Maybe even checked it twice, 3 times, a dozen times. You're not sure at this point. You've come back to this box a few times over the course of what you've been searching. You happen to look into it, and you find it looks like an ID card. You're pretty sure it's a Greenlandic ID card, just for the fact that you can't read it.
Mm-hmm.
But the name does look like it says Vilka Ulrichsen on it. And then you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you turn around, and there's not one apparition, there's 5. In various states of, oh my god, we got completely decimated. You see the one from before missing the head and left side of the body. You see another that seems to have been disemboweled 6 ways from Sunday.
Delicious.
A third one, you're not entirely sure how they died until they turn their head and realize that the back half of their skull is gone, along with everything inside. One that seems to be crawling along the ground on its hands because its legs aren't there anymore. Oh wait, also. Yep, with a bunch of innards trailing out behind it. You can see the trail it took to crawl here, because like there's part of the small intestine, there's its gallbladder. I
Okay.
probably should have let off. I probably should have let off this episode with some warnings about body horror.
Yeah, you probably should have.
Oh well, you can edit that in.
Well, you could put a
Or
card up.
above in the house.
You could put a flashing red card at the beginning of the video.
And then the fifth body seems to have had the least damage done to it until it opened its mouth and you realize it bit off its tongue, swallowed it, and died from choking on its own tongue.
Uh-huh.
Then give me a sanity roll because they don't say anything to you. They kind of all just point at you, and then out the door. All right, good. Go ahead and drop me a D6 as you got cracked with the worst one. Welcome to ramping problems. No temporary insanity. Good for you, but you do lose 4. Now, how does Dr. Bacon react to this?
Okay. She's seeing these. Are they talking or anything? She's just seeing.
They are arrayed around you in a semicircle very reminiscent of the buildings outside. They point at you and then point at the door.
Oh, like he's inside or something.
They're telling me to leave.
You can take whatever you want from those actions.
In this case, she's running the fuck out.
Okay.
She is
Check.
running out because it's like, what? Why? And
You see name tags.
does she have the name tag with her still?
Nope, that disappeared too.
Wait, name tag?
The ID card she found.
Oh, I kind of messed up. I was making the joke like outside the game, be like, remember the name tags. Are either of them Jan and Kirk?
He is not in the frame of mind to even attempt to look at that.
I know.
Nope, 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 nope. I'm not going back in there. Nope, 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 nope.
I would also like to point out, Dr. Bacon, that you are very close to your breaking point. You haven't hit it yet, which is good news.
Nope, nope, nope,
Yep.
nope. I'm not going. No.
All right.
No.
So
I'm done.
Max, all of these this time hit at the same time. So Max, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You do, however, see Kieran collapse to the ground yelling about something, fuck you universe, and then Dr. Bacon come running out of the bunkhouse yelling nope, as you hear the generator kick on, as it apparently KK and Grover have succeeded in repairing it.
Well, he just blinks and just has no idea what to say or do in this case.
Just had deer in headlights. That's fair.
Pretty much. Like you got someone screaming to the left, someone screaming to the right. Here I am stuck in them. Dude.
Nope, 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 nope. Not going back in. Nope. I don't care if those name tags are in there. I'm not going back in. Nope, nope, nope,
Grover,
nope,
hearing
nope.
like the screaming and whatnot, will come outside to investigate.
Not going back in there. Nope, 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 nope,
Then
nope,
like a
nope.
minute, Kieran's picked himself back up and he's I'm picturing there being like a walkway along the edge to like a set of stairs or something coming down.
Yeah, it'd be like a ladder, but yeah, basically.
Yeah. Essentially, as he's walking along the catwalk, he's kind of like stomping, like in case there's anything under it that he can like knock away.
You don't notice it. Well, I mean, some dust comes off, a little bit of moss.
Since our actual medic seems to be predisposed with her own panic attack, Grover like kind of tried to like look over Kieran while he's on the ground, make sure like he's not hurt or like dying.
Oh no, he's above you technically.
Oh, I thought he like fell to the ground. I'm sorry.
No. He was on
been like stomping on the catwalk for like a minute until like the what's the word? Anxiety passes.
Yeah, so like
Okay, fine.
He-
Like, you know,
he-
did a little woosah thing.
yeah, he's like up on a catwalk, and those are like the stop, drop, and roll. Like falls to ground as in goes prone.
Okay. Well, in that case, Grover will try to get up to the catwalk and establish that he is alive and okay. Because I just see someone on the ground, like screaming and spasming.
Yeah, it's easy enough. Like to get up to there, you basically got to go into the comms room. There's an elevator that'll take you, or not an elevator, ladder that'll take you up to the roof, and then a second ladder to get up to the catwalk.
All right. When I get there, is that about when like your panic attack passes, you start to get like more not clairvoyant,
Yeah.
Settled,
Yeah.
centered.
there's
Yeah,
a
like,
there's a specific word I'm trying to think of that I'm blanking on, but centered works.
Yeah, maybe lucid or something. Yeah, like as soon as you climb up and look, he's clearly not injured. Like sitting back up, like whoa, not cool. Fuck you.
Yeah, no major injuries. Like maybe a couple scrapes from like some rusted metal here and there, but that'd be about it.
All right, but Grover will be like, well, take it slow, stay down. You'll like get like a canteen and tell him to drink some water, and then try to help him to his feet slowly to make sure he doesn't like fall over.
Yeah, there'll be a slow stand back up, holding onto the rail, and like, oh, fucking hate that shit.
All right, and then once we get back on the ground floor, where you're not at risk of like falling and breaking your neck, Grover will ask you to sit down and explain what happened.
All right. Well,
Yeah, he'll just sit there and be like, "Oh man, you're gonna laugh your ass off. Fucking spiders of all thing, like everywhere."
Did you get bit? Did we need to call for an antidote?
I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. He's kind of like looking at his hands and that, where like the bites were appearing, and evidently, I'm assuming he doesn't see anything.
yeah, like I said, the only thing you could possibly see on him is like on his hands, maybe the beginning of the lower forearm. There's just a couple of like scratches here and there from him spasming out on a metal catwalk.
Yeah, a couple scratches here and there on like bits of rust and that. Like no actual bites, and he's kind of like, "Oh, thank fuck for that." Yeah. Oh, at least I'm just going crazy. That's fine.
All right. Well,
And kind of hearing the doctor outside just be like, I think you better go check her. I'm good, thank you.
well, I'm going to assume that her episode was handled by someone else while Grover was dealing with you.
Speaking of, Max, you see Grover beginning to head over to Kieran, while Dr. Megan seems to be having her own panic attack over on the other side of the compound. What are you doing?
That's a good question. I guess I'm going to go and see if I... Do I even have any medical skills?
Don't worry about it for now.
You run over and put her in a headlock. We're a sleeper hold.
I mean, you do have you do have demolitions. It does get you to one diagnosis per person.
Yeah, that would just kill me.
Yep, the diagnosis would be dead.
It is diagnosis murder.
No, because that's a TV show.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's starring Dick
What's
Van
that?
Dyke.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke and his son.
Mm-hmm.
And his son gets a lot of shit for that role. And I don't think he was actually that bad. I mean, he was passable.
You know what? I don't care. All right,
But yeah,
so
that's all we'll do. So,
yeah, you head over to Dr. Megan.
He'll say
You
nope.
are a phy-
Nope.
You are a
Nope.
physician. Get a
Nope.
hold of yourself.
Nope. Not going back in there. Nope. 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 You go back in there. You find those name tags. I'm not going back in.
Name tags.
Look for the box. Find the name tags. They gotta be there.
You know what? I'll humor you if it gets you down from whatever this is faster. And Max will go into the building.
Yeah, you find no ID card.
I don't find any sign of anything apart from where she ran out of. I assume.
I mean, you easily find the box you're talking about as it's knocked over on the floor with like an old mug rolling out of it, or having rolled out of it.
Max will pick up the mug. Ooh, a scary mug.
It says
And just
number
bring
one.
it out.
It says #1 radio operator.
What?
Yeah, it just says #1 radio operator. Not everything has to be funny.
Max will look at the mug and just feel like, who the hell had the time to make a novelty mug like this?
The mug answers, "Who the fuck are you to dictate what I have on me?"
And Max loses all sanity.
No, that part doesn't happen.
You sure? Because I'm starting to wonder.
No, Max succeeded his alertness.
Yeah, Max will pick up the empty box, put the mug back in it, and just walk out. It's like, you were jump scared by a mug.
No, I wasn't.
Well, this is the only box that I found in there.
No, there were name tags in there.
Composed! That's the word I was thinking of.
Alright.
Yeah, see, you just wait around the corner with a bat, and when it comes out, you jump it.
I'm sorry. Continue, I'm sorry.
There were
Meg,
5
Dr.
dead
Dr. Payne.
people in there. They were pointing to the door after they pointed to me.
Maybe they were telling you to get out. Maybe you just see dead people. Maybe you're related to Haley Joel Osment. That's the kid from
this. When God strikes
Oh,
you
I know.
down with the lightning bolt.
I am not
Quick
crazy.
question out of character. What building was she in when she saw this?
The bunkhouse.
Bunkhouse. Okay.
There were 5 people. They pointed to me, then they pointed to the door. They were in all disarray of dead. I am not crazy. And don't you start.
I'm just picturing Will Smith going, cuckoo, at you.
Yeah.
And then Will Smith runs out of the bushes. "Welcome to Earth!" Hits you in the face and runs.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get my planet's name out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Tried. I'm not funny.
Mm.
I mean, good news. Generator's on. You guys hear a bunch of lights break, but that's probably just due to age and getting a surge of electricity go through them.
Have we gotten through that door yet?
Well,
Yeah, you haven't tried. They've been dealing with you guys.
I thought I turned off the breaker originally, so it was only just to where it would have just been the generator run.
But welcome to old machinery. I mean, nothing else came on. It was just some lights broke.
Did they do that standard thing where, like, you get the couple that break instantly, the other ones kind of come on very low, and then gain power, and then there's like every third one shatters? Because that's like people are required for lights that have been offered there here.
But yeah, once it seems that both Kieran and Megan have calmed down, Grover and Kieran will walk over to, well, Megan and Ski Mask. So, are you feeling all right now, Megan? Are you okay?
I still don't know what I saw, but I swear I saw 5 dead people. They pointed to me, then they pointed to that door.
Right, well, if I may ask you to direct your attention to Kieran, please examine him to look for any spider bites. He thinks
Sure.
he saw spiders. I'm not entirely sure, but
I'll look to see if there's any spider bites.
Nope.
in the meantime, KK and I will go get the door open.
Okay.
Well, that's a good point because the relay building, that's where that door is, isn't it?
Yep.
So like I'm probably sitting somewhere nearby that, and then like as soon
Yeah.
as the lights and that come on, I'd probably be like, "Hey guys, door's probably open."
Well, at 2K's point, she did go through and turn off a bunch of the breakers. It's just an unfortunate circumstance that, well, seems one of them didn't technically turn off due to whatever instance, but it appears to just be some of the outside running lights. So, as I said, welcome to old machinery.
I mean, there's still probably going to be some like indicator lights and stuff.
Oh,
And
it's
based on the timing, Grover's rational explanation is probably it's like they both got startled or jump scared by the generator turning on.
possibly. Yeah, the only thing that broke are like just some of the outside lights. Like one of them, like a couple of the ones over the dock, one of them that would have been over the quote unquote security gate, and a few over the bunkhouse.
Oh yeah, do we
Like-
still have that extra security personnel that Noelle sent us?
No, you guys didn't fight
Okay.
today, so he decided not to leave him here.
That's fair.
Yeah, he probably understands that I am at least adult enough to know that Grover will totally kick the shit out of me if I tried, and I am at least intelligent enough to not try it.
Come on, Grover was down like half his hit points.
I mean, sure, but I don't know what the combat's like on this, and I do have an 18 in intelligence, so I know when a fight is potentially a bad fucking idea. And I look at Grover and I see the JoJo Menace symbols. Just like, nah, it'd be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, he's like, what, 70 and a brick shit house? Nah, don't.
No. Actually, weirdly enough, KK is the one with the highest strength. So if anybody's built solidly, it's KK.
Wait,
Fair enough,
KK's
you
got
know.
a higher strength than me.
KK's sitting like a 14.
See, that just means the ski mask is a little weakling.
My strength is 17.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
It's the ski mask. If we take it off you, you lose all
I
your
think-
power.
I think might just be I might be the strongest when it comes down to the engineering team. I think.
No. Anybody who works with heavy machinery, they got a decent strength. Like even Dr. Bochet, the fact even though she's only like 5'2", the couple of times you guys have seen her in the R&R or in the rec room lifting weights, she probably puts a good amount of the security team to shame.
Goddamn.
The people with the lowest strength are probably the comms and med team.
Yeah.
I was about to say that was which one's Boucher?
The head of the engineering.
Damn, because I was really kind of hoping that you were going to say it was head of the one that I'm technically under, because I'd be like, yeah, so you totally know that Kira's probably scared to shit off this brick shit house.
No. Your head is the conspiracy theory guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right. But heading over to the door, zooming in, all of your guys' scenes are done. Are you guys' scenes done?
Yes, sir.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading over to the door. It will not take long to using the main power to go ahead and rig this thing through. Apparently, these guys, when they set up the security thing, they set up if it was ever set to backup power, it was extra layer of digital security that just made it harder. And now that you can actually get it open and look at it, you're like, oh no, this makes sense why it was so hard to get through. Doesn't make sense why it's here, but who cares? Because this is like bank level security for a vault. Well, not a vault, but like their records room. Anyway, once you guys crack open the door, the first thing that hits you is the smell. It smells fucking rank in here. It smells like a bunch of people died. Oh wait, they did, because look, there's 3 bodies.
Ew. Oh, what the
Feeling
fuck?
that I somehow had a feeling we'd find a corpse.
5 corpse. 5.
Nope, there's only 3.
There are 5.
No,
You can say that all you want.
Open the door the rest of the way, though.
It slides open. As soon as you got the thing open, it opened all the way.
Very notably keeping an eye out for spiders, because the spiders could be eating off the corpses for all we know.
Fair enough. But inside,
That's a good point. My mind's been sitting there for the entire time thinking, like, technically there should be nothing alive around here because there isn't food sources.
Yeah, we just found #1 food source for bugs.
Oh,
Exactly.
interestingly enough, if you look over it, it doesn't look like these bodies have been eaten at all. They only seem to have been going through natural decay, which, now that you're
So
thinking
they
about
look
it,
desiccated. They look desiccated.
they actually look a little juicier than they should. Because now that you're looking at the rest of this room looks airtight if that door was closed. Or-
Yeah, that would account for it.
Looking, just a quick cursory glance at these, you see one body that doesn't seem to have a lot of damage at all on it, just some blood leaking, or what
he
would have,
bit his tongue, I bet.
looks like a lot of blood would have been pooling around where the mouth area would have been. Another one has a gun in their hand, is leaning up the back wall, and with the telltale signs of I shot myself, with the brains all over behind them.
That one she recalls and she'll tell about him before she walks in there. I bet you that it's these three. And she tells recalls of each one of the ghost looks.
And then the third one, given the low level of violence among the other two, given, like, granted, yes, one was a suicide, but still low level violence, has its stomach ripped open, and all of its internals have become externals.
Was I right?
Now,
I document this entire thing.
Now, luckily for you guys, this records room does seem to have been kept, when it was active, seems to have been kept relatively neat and organized, where all of them are in nice, neat file cabinets. Luckily for you, it does not seem that if somebody had cut through this door, they would have started a fire, except for the fact that it might have caught one of the bodies on fire and thus caused a cascading effect. Now, it may or may not have gotten to the documents. Luckily, you don't have to find out.
Fair enough, but less concerned with saying "I told you so." Grover will head over to the records and just quickly try to find what we're looking for.
You are going to have to move a couple of these bodies to get at some of these.
Out of interest, looking at the scene in front of us, would it possibly be an idea that I might have to, like, essentially grab the filing cabinet and drag it outside the room, or is it, like, bolted into place or something?
It's not bolted. You can do it if you want.
Probably better off is just pulling out the individual cabinets or drawers
Probably.
and transporting those outside.
I don't
Easy
know.
enough.
I've never actually used one of those filing cabinets. If you can do that, I would probably.
Yeah, because that
in the cramped room with the corpses.
Yeah, it's also just easier to read documents in sunlight.
those drawers come out. It takes a little bit because a lot of filing cabinets like this get shipped in pieces.
Yeah.
Ask somebody who's put together a few of them.
Yeah,
And then you said-
that's what I said. I've never actually used one, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he said for the bottom ones, some of the bodies are in the way, so Grover will have to like shift them over to get to the bottom drawers.
Yeah, the one that seems to have, as you're moving it, Dr. Bacon has rightly pointed out, bitten off its tongue and swallowed it. That's the one that's mostly in the way. The one that has the gunshot wound, the gunshot wound is up against like a back wall and really isn't in the way.
I want to reiterate. She said this before she walked in.
Yeah, whichever end of the body Grover goes to, I'll hop to the other end and help him shift the body out the way. And then take a moment to look at the body, because like not that much like violence and gore and everything. Do they have like a name tag or something on like what are they wearing?
It just seems like it would be everyday clothes as far as you're concerned. If you go through and search them, you actually do find wallets. Are you touching the one that has been disemboweled? That is the one that has the worst injuries and the most gore.
Not immediately. Like I'd pick the one that's least eviscerated, and
Alright.
check for like wallet and stuff.
Yeah, for that one, you will find an ID for a Hans Bauer.
Hans Bauer. Yeah.
Given
Sort
given
of
everything.
right there, like put the thing out and read it. Hans Bauer.
Given what you're seeing, this guy was probably an immigrant from Germany to Greenland, for whatever reason you would do that for.
Well, I mean, I dare say it's probably like a government ID for Germany, and then there's probably something else in there that like.
Well, I mean, you find like I don't know what they would have, the equivalent of like a green card.
Yeah. I think there are stuff. I think they do actually have an immigration ID thing.
Yeah, I just unfortunately I
Standard one.
don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called in their country, so it's unfortunate.
Well, for the sake of argument, I open the wallet. I see the little plastic bit that you can read through. It's got his ID, and then there's a little foot down that comes down. That's got the. I'm also allowed to be a resident of Greenland.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, there's to read out the name and then look up at Megan Hans.
I'm guessing the other two are female?
Yeah, the one with the bullet wound, that's female, yeah?
it's kind of hard to tell given the fact that the back of their head's missing. If you would like to do an investigation, Dr. Megan, yes, the other two would in fact be female.
Those two
Yeah,
are
so
female.
I checked the one with the bullet wound. I'm imagining Vilka.
No, this one would be Helga. Vilka would.
So look at them and I'll be like, I'm gonna have to assume that one over there is Vilka then.
Yeah, that one's a little.
I'm gonna look at Megan specifically and be like, I'm gonna leave any investigation of that to you.
I already told you. I already know how they died.
Yeah, well, I saw their ghost. Probably ain't gonna look great on a death certificate.
True.
He'll close the wallets and on one of his bags there's like a specific separate little zippy pouch that he'll put them in, and he'll like indicate to Megan they're in there if you need to check them for anything, and then go back to pulling out and helping with the document search.
All right.
Damn it.
Is it still daylight out, or is it starting to get dark at this point?
The sun is starting to set, but you got more than enough light to do what you need to do with. But you also have like work lights, so having enough light to read by isn't an issue.
Well, I was saying it's like it might be easier to take these over to the ship and just go through them through the night.
I mean, you got a couple hours. You can start it now, and then
Okay, fair enough.
have less to take back.
That's fair. So we'll start on like the first drawer or so.
Yeah, it's actually not gonna take that long. Like you noticing that the organization inside the room is kept even in the filing system. So you start looking through others, and you're like, okay, this one says 1940 something. You're like, okay, that's the wrong decade. Move on to the next one. This is okay. We're still the 40s. Move on to the next. Okay, we're still the 40s.
Hell yeah.
You get up to the back. You're like, okay, we've hit the 50s. All right, cool. The 50s is what we're looking for. You start scrolling through, and this is where it slows down. And this is probably where you've narrowed it down to the drawers you have to look for.
Yeah, it's like, all right, it's in one of these like 2 or 3 drawers. We can take these back to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from being doing the mentally exhausted I told you so, are you doing anything else with these bodies?
I'm inspecting them.
Alright, we need to do some CSI nonsense.
Enhance. Enhance again.
I said CSI, not Blade Runner.
Yeah, we're not doing any 20 to 46 enhanced pan left. Or
Do I need to use medicine rolls for each of them?
Well, it's just going to be one roll for the whole thing, and no, it would be forensics.
Alright, well I still have forensics. I have 50%
Yes.
forensics.
Remember, you guys still have those floating 10% that you cannot use on sanity rolls.
Can I
I'm
use
gonna
it on
be
this?
upfront about that.
Can I use it on this?
Yes, you can.
Alright.
Right, just to let you know, once we've found like the relevant section of the notes that were records that we're going to take back to the ship, Kieran will call back to Dr. Megan about like if you want an extra pair of hands or some documentation.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Come back there. Yeah, he'll come back there with the big fuck off camera to document.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, I don't need you to roll to take crime scene photos.
Yeah. No, yeah, because this is like the perfect.
God
thing.
damn it.
I'm gonna get her fucking this up amazingly.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I am always in favor of the fail forward. So,
Yeah.
all the failure is saying here is that like you're gonna miss some specific stuff. What you
Mhm.
do get out of this is you can clearly tell that the first one to die was Vilka, the disembowelment.
Okay.
Clearly. The thing that the big thing that you're gonna get on a failure is the first one to die was Vilka, the second was Hans, and the third would have been Helga.
Mm-hmm.
You get the impression that Hans and Helga carried Vilka in here after something happened to her that would have, ripped her gut or disemboweled her.
Mm-hmm.
They closed the door.
They can't
They
get
did
out.
that- Yep, they didn't realize that they couldn't open it from the inside. Very bad design.
Yeah,
But
that's
Welcome to the
terrible.
90s.
Don't close that door.
Well, don't close with anybody inside. Well, granted, you have people outside that could open it. Less of an issue. But it's the only weird one is Hans. Why he would bite his tongue off and choke on it is weird. That's what I want you to understand. Clearly, Helga decided that there was no way out and just decided to opt out of existence.
You know what? I'm going to exercise trigger discipline and pick up that gun and like check if it's got any other bullets in it.
Yeah,
Pick the mag, pull the slide back a little bit.
yeah, all but one.
Oh, so it's fully loaded, bar one round.
Yep.
Hmm.
There is.
That come across really weird that you would opt to bite your tongue out rather than,
Yep.
take the easier route. Kind of puts the gun back down next to the mag.
Yeah. Actually, after seeing this, Max, you vaguely remember seeing something you thought was odd. There, you do remember seeing a couple of empty shell casings and a empty handgun magazine.
Max will say this.
Whereabouts did you see them?
It's easily enough. It's between the bunkhouse and the generator. It didn't strike you as odd at first, Max, because this was you thought this was an island that would have pirates all over it. So you're like, oh, well, maybe they were just like target shooting or whatever.
So, yeah, Kieran's gonna stand up here and be like, okay, so if they're shooting out there, would you? And he's saying this to Schemaless. Did it look like maybe somebody was firing at something, or just like firing in general, like a targets or whatever?
How haphazardly are were the rounds dumped?
Oh, like the shell casings? You could definitely tell somebody was moving while firing, but that's about all you're gonna get.
They were moving while firing, but that's about all I could say for it.
Given the missing persons report that Kieran found, the forensics that Dr. Meg is doing, and the level of rust you're seeing on the shell casings and there really would be rust on the shell casings, rust on the magazine. This is it definitely lines up that these are clearly those students. If it's relevant, they went missing 2 years ago.
All right. Yeah. One final thing I would do with that is like, you know what? Whip out the IDs and check the name, not the names, but stuff like they'd have like DOB and like expiry dates and stuff. I'm assuming those line up with, these.
Oh yeah. It's easy. Because they went missing 2 years ago, you have their pictures on your search. Lining them up with their IDs, the same people.
All right. Oh, I guess we found out where those names came from. Saying that to Dr. Megan. I guess we know where you got those names from now, and yeah, this is.
See, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, he'll pull out a tablet or phone or something and scroll through it. Yeah, I came across this the other night. Well, just the name thing piqued my interest, so check this out, and he'll like show it to the pair of them if they're interested.
She feels vindicated.
Yeah, but the missing college grads thing. Like this was a couple years ago, so yeah, they've been here for 2 years. The fuck happened here?
I don't know, but they kept saying they had to get off the island. They have to get off the island, and I'm thinking we have to get off this island.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah. He's gonna like sort of make a few notes in the book and then head out. Where's Grover hanging about?
He's,
at
like,
this point,
outside at the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I say at this point, you'd be moving the couple of drawers that you've narrowed down to out to one of the
What
skips.
should we do with these bodies? Should we bury them,
I don't
or
know, 'cause I'm walking out the room, literally to go out looking for where Grover is and like
Nice.
relay.
as soon as you walk out, she's walking out with you because she's not gonna stay in there.
Alright, fair enough.
Hey, no, don't.
What do you do with the bodies? And keep in mind, this is it's not safe for work recording. You're
Nav?
not allowed to eat people.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh no, that one I'm okay with.
Still not happening.
Bad Nav. How dare you make me think those thoughts?
She will see if the chief is anywhere and see what he thinks we
I
should
mean, you can
do.
radio him. He's not here right now.
Yeah, I will radio you. We got 3 bodies.
Who the hell died? Well, clearly not you. You're on the radio.
Yeah, if she's doing this outside where Kieran can hear her, he's like, not any of us.
We are fine so far.
Oh,
But-
lucky for me, I guess. Hearing Kieran's voice.
You know what? That gets a slight chuckle at this rate.
We have 3 bodies there from, I guess, 2 years ago. Gives the names, gives the information. What do you want to do with them?
We'll deal with it when we get back.
On that note, we Grover's there to hear the radio because they're phoning next to us, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, when the second team gets there, don't let them in.
Don't let them in?
I don't feel like walking through their vomit and shit.
Okay.
What do you mean? I am confused on this. What do you mean? Let them into the camp, or?
Don't let them in that room. Don't let them see it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly,
can
like,
open that
we
door.
got what we need. We can just close the door again.
Yeah, we're gonna bury those bodies. It's the least we can do for them.
Okay.
And I don't want to deal with the door getting stuck for whatever reason. So just leave it open for now.
I wouldn't close this door. It's like a vault.
Well,
Only for the people inside. As long
Yeah.
as someone's outside, the door's fine. Like that's
Yeah.
in character reminder.
At this point here, Kent, since the door's open, couldn't we just remove the lock at this point so it prevents it from locking again if it closes?
I really don't care what you guys do. Just
I mean, you got an acetylene torch. You could finish the burning.
brew.
But
Anyway.
in terms of the mission, we got a few filing cabinets that we suspect have the documents that we're looking for, but we need to take it back to the ship and sift through them throughout the night.
All right, sounds good. Just hang tight until the normal head count and exfil.
All right, I'll get everything loaded onto the skiff, but we'll stay here until you get back.
All right, yeah, sounds good. Other than that, the rest of like the 2 hours you guys be waiting wouldn't be long.
During the point, I'll bring up the fact that like KK's not actively in like the know. I don't know what her character's doing. I don't know what she's doing right at the moment. But yeah, the at some point there will be where the fuck is KK? We need to inform her.
Actually,
do the whole lore dump.
that's a good question. KK, where are you?
Yeah.
My Discord died on my part. I didn't catch for like the first 5 minutes.
They're just wondering where you're at so they can fill you in on everything.
At that point, there I'll probably be still in the generator room. At that point, I probably would have gone back to make sure everything's still running smoothly.
Oh, there you go.
Makes sense why you didn't hear anything either.
I would probably head over and like stick the head in the door and just be like, by the way, here's the stuff we found. Do you need anyone?
And don't
No.
close that door.
Yeah, you got what you needed. Even if the generator dies now, the backup power won't slam that door shut. That's not how it works.
It would have to be manually closed.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, even if the door closed, it only matters if you're on the one side of it.
Yeah.
During that 2 hours, I'm totally going to call back to the comms folk, because that's likely the people that will be going through these records, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll radio them back and be like, "Oh, you are gonna fucking love this." To the crazy guy in charge of the group.
Yeah. Okay. Over the radio, you get. Yeah. What? Wait. What? What'd you find? Come on.
Oh, we found bodies and evidence of people going crazy.
Fuck, it's sick, bro. Fuck. I knew they were doing some testing over here.
Everything. I don't know about testing or anything, but I've documented everything.
Oh, dude.
We're gonna have a field day.
Oh, I got. No. You haven't heard about this? You haven't heard about the connection? That he goes off on some connection about Canada and Greenland doing some, like nerve agent test that causes people to like, turn into like, not zombies, but like the 28 days later type zombies.
Yeah. I kind of hold the radio away, like everybody else can hear this rambling, and just every now and then when there's a pause, like key the mic, like and then let it go, like just hang on.
It will go for the whole 2 hours if you'll let him.
I ain't gonna stop him. At some point, I do turn the volume down a bit on the radio, like clip it onto the vest so I can still hear it, and just every now and then.
During the 2 hours, Grover will just keep soaring through the darkness of this work light.
All right. Yeah.
I'll help.
All right. Yeah. Just go ahead and throw me a luck, and we'll see if you hit it before you gotta take it back. I really don't think this is.
Alright.
This can come down to a skill check because you're gonna get the info. All right. Yeah. You actually like right as Nuwali's coming back, you manage to find like the last document, and you get a thing that says Pride's Fall contact. Here, time, date, and estimated positioning.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
I will take an express note of that info.
You want to take a picture of it?
Yeah.
Would it work just to take the document back with you as well?
Why not
yes,
both?
but
Poor handle those notes.
why not both?
Having several copies, like I'll take a couple pictures of the document in its entirety, flip out the notebook, write down the stuff. Well,
Like, I'm not saying this.
I'm
I'm not saying it's likely, but it sure suck if I fell in the docks on my way to the skiff and the document was lost because it got wet.
Exactly. Yeah, we have multiple copies of this. A lot of shit's gonna have to go wrong for us to lose this information.
Fair enough. Along with that, you will get the last transmission from the Pride's Fall, which states Pride's Fall hailing Houseflag radio or Houseflag relay. It says that 2 or 3 times before Houseflag finally gets over it because the relay came in at 1:38 local time or 1:38 a.m.
Someone
Sorry.
snoring that was woken up by this radio.
I'm sorry, it would be military time. 0138 local time. It says the Houseflag eventually comes back with Houseflag relay to Pride's Fall. Wow. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just like, what's your emergency? I'm like, well, they didn't really say they had emergency, so it'd be go ahead. This is Pride's Fall, Captain Haig. Yeah, go ahead and note that down. It's Haig. We are having minor mechanical and electrical issues. We are just radioing our last known location to in case we go dead. So you can, if we need help, you can send somebody. They're like, this is Houseflag, copy Pride's Fall. Any other issues of note? Silence for about 15 seconds. Yeah, infirmary's full. There seems to be an outbreak of some type of mass hysteria. Prize fall out.
You know, if they had an outbreak of mass hysteria, this is a character. If they had an outbreak of mass hysteria, then surely the relay station should have relayed that to wherever, and they should have had something, someone like coming out or whatever they were doing, like, someone should have been like, yeah, head back into port or make port wherever, get those people seen to it if it's a mass outbreak. That sounds kind of serious.
Here's the thing. You're looking at that through the scope of a modern person, not through the scope of the 1950s, when they would label mass hysteria for literally anything where a bunch of people were doing something that wasn't the norm.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, I'm simply commenting this to the
Fair
other
enough.
present. Like,
Fair enough.
Well,
that sounds like a
I'll
major
postulate
issue.
this. You could argue that our group is going through a bout of mass hysteria, because stuff like that spreads. If one person gets jumpy and on edge, it makes everyone jumpy and on edge.
But I was right.
That's true.
I am not convinced about that. You seemingly knew what happened to these people. That doesn't make me believe in ghosts and supernatural stories. That makes me think that you knew information that we didn't and withheld it from us.
Actually, I fucked up.
Why? I don't know.
Hold on.
But
Before you
Why
finish
would
this-
I even do that?
Hold on.
Yeah, I done
Hold
fucked
on.
up. Y'all need to roll sanity for the gruesomeness of said scene.
because exposure to violence.
Fair.
Yep.
Actually, missed that. Would I've seen it or would I?
No,
did.
you specifically said you were staying in the generator room, so you're fine.
No, I failed.
Max, did you walk in to look at the bodies? Oh, you should. All right, so the only one who has a problem with this is Dr. Megan, and I'm okay. This tracks.
Yeah,
This tracks.
he was
So-
up close with the corpse.
But given that whole thing, Dr. Megan, I am only gonna have you lose one. I'm gonna have you lose the minimum.
Okay.
I think that also tracks that, like, you've already seen 3 of these corpses in said state, and the thing that's getting at you is the I was right. How can I be right? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
So
how
I'm treating
was I
your-
right?
I am.
Well,
And then-
nothing else.
Back to my statement to pick up with it, and and I don't know why you did this, but this is not the vindication you think it does. It just makes me more suspicious of you.
I didn't do it. How would I have even known about
No
it?
shit, you didn't do it. But there's no reason you should have known those names. You learned this about this incident from somewhere else, and you didn't tell us, and that makes me skeptical around you.
I have literally been totally transparent with you.
To be fair, and Kieran will hold a hand up. To be fair, he does have a point.
I
heard
didn't.
it from ghosts. Regardless of how much you honestly believe that, that's still a hard sell to others.
I mean, you allegedly saw spiders.
Yeah, but then I'm also an arachnophobe, and I was
Yeah.
guiltless. Maybe it's simply that.
The spiders aren't speaking to him with voices and tongues and informing him of events that happened 2 years ago. People get scared, that's fine. This
Yeah, when
this
you're saying that,
episode with
I
Megan
mean-
is no longer explainable as a bad trip on some experimental drugs.
Yeah, but it's
So yes,
not. I'd
you
love to-
you
I'd
are
love to
suspicious
hear
to
you-
me.
Yeah, I would love to hear you come up with a better explanation.
I just said it. She knew about this incident, and she didn't find it fit to tell us about it.
I
Instead, she's going
didn't
through
know
this
about
tirade.
this incident.
Okay, look,
There's no other way you would know.
honestly, the easiest explanation might be, he gestures to like the mountain of other documents. Maybe there was something that you didn't actively pick up on while flicking through stuff. Maybe we looked through a ton of documents.
That is
And
possible.
then gestures to the very small amount that were taken back in comparison, being like, this is the relevant info that we have. We've sifted through a lot. Maybe you noticed something and it just stuck in the back of your mind. You weren't actively thinking about it.
I mean,
Fair
I've
enough.
been totally.
Maybe the
I've
drugs
been.
brought hallucination related to her subconscious. Maybe
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, he kind of nods along in agreement. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fine, but I have been totally
But I still find
transparent
it-
with you.
suspicious. But in any case, it doesn't matter. What happened to these kids, or were they? I'm fucking 76. Everyone's getting to me. What happened to these kids is a tragedy,
I agree.
but it's none of our concern.
I mean, you've done all you can if you take their IDs and send it back.
Well, we'll wait for Nawali to get back. His men said that they want to try and bury the bodies. That's fine. After they do that, we all head back to the ship. We got what we came for, and we go find the prize fall.
Yeah, I will have picked up whatever identifier we can get from the other body as well. So that
Easy enough.
I can, I can like hand them in and be like, can you guys in the communications, like, send a report that these people were found with their location. Just, make people aware of this, that they have been found.
Yeah, as soon as you like hand it over, Casey's like, wait, these are the three. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Why would they be testing this on random graduate students? Oh no, that would make sense. College students would be the most. And then he eventually gets like literally face pushed out of the way as the second another one grabs the IDs as they do that. He's like, what the fuck? He's just like, you're being insensitive. Go sit in the fucking corner and go rattle off about the impossibility of the inverse of whatever the fuck you said yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like the rambling psycho, there would be just that case of like, look, dude, these people died in a bad event. Whatever the fuck happened, and I'm not going into, fucking random thoughts on how it might happen. It was weird, but then, it's still the fact that 3 people died, and
Potentially 5.
yeah. So there are 3, maybe a couple others that I can't pinpoint. We found these 3. This lines up with the information that I've got. These are these kids. So I don't know. Maybe somebody else can come out and do a more thorough investigation on it. Maybe find the other 2.
Yeah. Actually, they look over and they're like, these guys are from Greenland. Kieran, you're gonna have to do it. You're the only one on the comm scene to speak Greenlandic. That's kind of why you're here.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, that's like literally, it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
I just love the offhand. Like, that's kind of why you're here.
I mean, it's one reason. It's why they were handpicked. It's like, we needed a journalist. This particular journalist speaks Greenlandic, so checks 2 boxes. Let's go. Because like, there's like 4 people on the comm scene to speak French because they're all Canadian.
But hey,
Yeah, well, I got my evening started, so let's go get some coffee and spend the night on the radio.
Actually, it doesn't take that long. You contact the equivalent of the Greenland Coast Guard or Navy.
Probably. Yeah.
We'll go with Navy.
Sounds legit.
Yeah. You go through the whole rigmarole of saying who you are, and then they're like, "Oh, okay. Why are you calling?" That's a question to you.
Oh right, yeah. He'll explain that he's part of an expedition.
Yeah, I got through that part. We're just up to the relevant part.
Yeah, well, him asking why I'm calling, it's like, well, whilst on the expedition, we came across 3 bodies. Gives a loose description of the scene. Checked them for IDs, and we found these IDs. He reads off the names and like the relevant. I forget if there's like social security stuff.
I wouldn't
know.
know.
I know there is a thing to be able to check like against registers and stuff. I don't know what it is outside of the US has a social security thing.
For the sake of this, well,
case we have national insurance numbers.
For the sake of this, the U.S. also has driver's license and state ID numbers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say Greenland has the same thing because I legitimately don't know. If anybody from Greenland does happen to listen to this recording, I'm sorry. You can at me and give me the actual information.
It's the relevant information that would be on the IDs in order to pinpoint that these are these people. Yeah.
Easily enough.
The info. And like, yeah, we're basically just letting you know that they've been found. because three of these are matching up with some info I found on a missing persons case, and yeah, we've found where they went missing. It's that relay station.
All right. Can you send us a photo of their IDs? They give you a number to send them to,
Yeah,
or email address or whatever. Yeah, they wait. All right. What happened with the bodies?
Would I know that they've been buried in the location?
Yeah. Well, Nuwali's not burying them there. They're like moving them slightly off into the forest a little bit. Like there's a clearing down the beach where it's not sand, where like the tide can't come in and like unbury them.
All right.
Makes sense.
I'll explain that, and then also be like, if you would like, I did what's the word? I did photograph the scene. I do have a lot of images of exactly the state that they were in when we found them. If you would like that forwarded as well.
Yeah, and this is when you get a little bit of a distortion on your radio, and then the person on the other side will be like, "Please, we didn't get all of your last transmission. Repeat, please."
I repeat that we have pictures of the state they were in.
Will to power, your break. Then the radio goes dead for a second, and then another voice comes over. Will to power, this is. You don't need to know who this is. Why are you at Hossweig?
I don't answer that. I look at the other radio folk like, the fuck.
If you
Like,
need,
not holding the thing on the mic.
Is this a voice we don't recognize?
no, you clearly do not recognize this particular voice.
I just look at the other radio operators. The hell.
Grover will stand up and walk over to the radio and I don't want to say takes it, but
I'm holding it out. If you want to take it from my hand, go for it. I ain't gonna stop you.
and then Grover will click on the radio. This is Grover Manning of the control team, of the command team. Who is on this radio? Who are you?
Somebody with more government clearance than you, and you are a civilian vessel. So you answer our questions, not the other way around. If you aren't in command of the actual expedition, then put on who is.
We're
This
not
is when you-
currently on the. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you are. This happened later in the night.
Oh, fair enough. I guess it'll be trying to put him in contact with Ross in that case, right?
Yeah, well, as you think that and turn around, he's in the doorway. I'll take it from here.
All right. Grover will hand him over the radio.
I'm also going to need everybody else to leave the room.
Alright, whilst he's doing that little chat, I know this probably ain't gonna matter, but Kieran would be like nudging one of the other folk at the radio and like quietly just be like, "Hey dude, can you do some like CSI bullshit and find out where that thing is? Is that a thing you guys can do?"
Without actually talking, he'll pull out a notebook and be like, "Probably."
Yeah, I'm imagining this is probably right when everyone's getting shifted out of the room now, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, damn it."
Okay.
Well, and then the guy, then like because you brought that up, he'll be like, he'll write on there, "I can record it."
Gets a thumbs up.
I pause this. I got kind of lost in the sauce for a second here. We are on the Will to Power then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and we were all just we were on the bridge when this happened.
This was the comms room. If another PC randomly appears in the scene, I don't care. So if you want to be here, you're here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was negligent. I thought we were all like around the campfire, so I am so sorry. I should not have interjected myself like that.
That's okay. It's your guys' like individual radios wouldn't have reached the.
Yeah, that's
That
what
far.
I was assuming.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
we don't
okay.
have to leave until we've got the much more powerful equipment on
Yeah.
the ship.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, in that case, I will head out and go back to the bridge.
All right. Well, the thing is, this makes sense as like the main comm
I was
room
like, they're like
would be
dropping
off the
I
bridge.
guess.
Well, no,
Yeah.
the main and on any ship, the main comm room is off the bridge. It's like an adjacent room.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
So maybe I would have heard the
literally-
commotion going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, literally, you could have been standing at the door watching what's going on in the bridge and hearing this through a doorway you're next to.
Yeah.
Like, that would be 100% legit for most ships.
So you guys get shuffled out. Well, as you're getting shuffled out, like Ross will do the initial. This is Ross. Why do I always forget this man's last name every time? I made this character and I still can't remember.
Hendrix.
Yeah, this is. Well, I was walking back to get it. This is Ross Hendrix, CEO of Hendrix Industries. I am the I am the expedition leader on this. Seriously, who the fuck is on the other line of this? Because last I checked, while Hasvag is under Greenland, and this is when you guys get like close the door.
I totally lean up to see if I can hear anything through it.
George, let me get a look at the skills.
Imagine this way, I'd be back on the wheel sort of deal.
Yeah, you would be way too far away to hear anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, through the door. With the door open, it's easy enough.
Yeah, I'm kind of picturing that it would be muffled to the point that if I could hear something, it would just be the blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, draw me an alertness. Let's see if we can pick up anything.
All right. Nah.
No. Yeah, you could tell that Ross is like moving around the room, but seems to be staying mostly away from the door, just in case. What do you got the idea to do this? Specifically because he hired Casey Rowe and he knows exactly what this man's up to. Because that's when you turn around and there's Casey doing the exact same thing you're doing.
I'm gonna look at him, give him a nod, like, my man.
Well, this is when he taps you on the shoulder and gets you away from the door. He's like, see, I told you, government's involved. They were doing something. They're testing something on Hasvag. They're luring people there and doing something.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. I put an arm around the shoulder. Tell me way more about this while we go for a smoke.
He
Drag him out to the nearest location that's like out to the side that I can stand and have a smoke and listen to him rambling.
All right. Well, the main story of this is the exact same thing he was going over when you guys were doing that 2 hours waiting on him before, waiting to get back to the ship before. I'm going through and saying there's some type of government agency. He is still hung up on that this is a intergovernment conspiracy between Canada and Greenland for whatever reason. He's just stuck on that.
Yeah, I do the asshole thing when it comes to the whole conspiracy theories. Like every time he says they, I'm always like, hold on, who exactly are they? You know,
Dude, you don't get it. It is this cabal of like what is effectively the Canadian Secret Service or like their equivalent. I'm not sure what it is. And the Greenlandic Secret Service, again, don't know exactly what it is. But it's like this paramilitary organization that exists between the two of them. And it's like, it's not the Illuminati. They're actually down in Borneo doing something.
Yeah, as soon as he brings in the Illuminati, I'm just like, so, but wouldn't they have an issue with this? Like, I mean, the Illuminati are who the Illuminati are.
Oh, no. See, that's the thing. Like, a lot of these secret organizations, they realize that with globalization, one group can't control all of it, because even if they do, they'd be too powerful. So a lot of these secret organizations are actually, like, in a secret Cold War with each other to keep each other in check.
Yeah, like, I'm immediately picturing, and the camera starts panning out, you just hearing, like, clearly this guy's sanity starting to break.
Well, the big thing is, and the only reason I'm bringing this up because it has a little bit of resonance with what you saw, is it's like, well, one of the documents I read said it was this thing about turning people into like, rage addicts where they just run around and, attack each other. This other one said it was like some sleeping nerve gas agent where like people just don't wake up unless they get the antidote. And then there's this other one where like it's supposed to cause like mass hysteria and hallucinations.
Oh, mass hysteria and hallucinations. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
From what? Is it like a chemical or like what?
No. You need that. Well, again, this document was heavily redacted. So the thing I interpreted was they were doing something here. One thing referenced a ritual. One thing referenced to some gas. Another one referenced like the weird plants that if you like, even if you touch them, they seep into your skin and do weird shit.
So you can touch high.
Notably, you guys didn't go into the tree line. Your team anyway, and you seem to be the only team suffering from this.
Wait, suffering
Yeah.
from
To be fair,
The only people having hallucinations. The other two, Captain Nuwali's team and the resource team, as I've been calling them, had no issues.
To be fair, if it wasn't for that initial thing with Noali making casual idle threats, I had thought of having Kieran go potentially like pitch to go along with him in regards to like because I'm picturing the idea of him being there as a the rich guy Hendrix. He's employed him or like through Kyle or whatever to go and document all the stuff. So it's like, well, I have to go and document all this stuff, so I'm going to tag along. And then, but because of that interaction, it was like, maybe a bad idea to have the dude doing that be with the guy who might potentially kill him.
Well,
So that never kind of came up, which was a shame.
well, here's the thing about that. As you're going back, you actually do have 2 like GoPros dropped in your hand. It's like one's from my team, one's from the resource team. I don't know why Ross wanted these done, but there you go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll get downloaded into all of the stuff. I actually completely forgot that you had mentioned the GoPro stuff before.
It's super boring. Nothing happens. Nuali's team is a lot of the guy you're following is just sitting there, not doing a lot. There's a lot of sitting in a tree line, watching what looks to be a secondary dock that the pirates have set up. You only think it's the pirates because it's super shoddy, and the fact that a lot of it is already broken away, and that it probably hasn't been used in a long time. You're starting to get the idea that you have no idea where that one pirate ship you guys came across. No idea where the fuck it came from.
Like it very likely did not come from the island.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because the dock at the actual compound was not big enough to support the ship that attacked you, and the dock that's here can't support any ship, or boat, or dinghy, or a person.
Well, yeah, exactly. Ski mask found that out.
No, the second dock that's on the other side of the island. That
right.
Nuali didn't bother mentioning because it basically doesn't function as a dock.
Yeah.
And the one find the research team is even more boring, as you, at one point, one of the comms guy actually does break off from the other group to follow a squirrel.
Nice.
Oh no.
Yeah, we get bored while like downloading and doing other stuff with the other stuff that night. We end up making a little documentary about the
Loudest chair ever.
Yeah,
But,
so like the entire group now has the ability to sit in the rec room and watch a documentary that's 45 minutes long on the nut-eating habits of the Greenlandian squirrel. Absolutely mind-blown.
Yep. By that, you mean people have been using it as a means to get to sleep, and it's actually been highly effective.
Oh, sweet. So I've made really good ASMR.
Yeah, basically. Actually, you do get a couple of people that are like, "Hey, can we get some of those? Can we get some of that audio? Is just like an audio file?"
And we're like, yeah, sure. Rip the audio out, and here you go.
All right. Yeah, they walk away. So from this point, now that you have the last court, wait, before I move on, is anybody else doing anything? I forgot to ask everybody else.
No, not really.
Just
Alright.
waiting for further orders.
At one point when we have this like quiet period, I would like to. You could basically completely unclear this. I expect this to go up. No, I don't remember. Fuck off. I would like to go and find the guy that really doesn't like. The guy that was having the mental break in the lower deck.
Yeah, Theodore, same guy.
That was him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Because at some point I would have asked him like casually. I heard about this thing happening. Do you remember anything on it?
I mean, a little bit. I was really out of my head at the time. I think it was, I just like hadn't slept in 3 days or something. But shit, man. Like even before that, I kind of don't remember a lot. Just I vaguely get the sense that I remember hearing like a whale that sounded like it was operating a buzzsaw.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
And then I could swear I heard something like crawling along the outer hull. And for whatever reason, as soon as I heard that, like, normally you hear weird shit like that and you just like, are like, nope, not dealing with that and go away. But I couldn't. I had to find it. You know what I think? I think it was just two fucking insane doctors who were doing something. They're putting something in our food. Or the water or something. Like, I've never had that shit happen before in my life. Didn't happen until I got on this ship. And you know who's the first person there? Being like, no, you're insane. Look, just let me add more stuff to you. Those two fucking insane fucks.
There's the kind of chin rub, like, I could totally see where you're coming from there, buddy. And actually being quite nice to this guy, because I literally just want him to tell me whatever he does remember, instead of, let's take you there and shoot you up with drugs like someone else did.
Well, to be fair, when let's say when Dr. Payne was there, this man was actually quite combative at the time.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
it's one of those things, like, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically...
Yeah, but I've heard being unfair.
Fair.
Yeah, like, you'll note down what little Theodore's able to remember. And just
Yeah, it's basically...
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no problem. No, if you want your water filtered so that you don't have to deal with whatever they're putting into it, you come find me.
I will definitely keep that in mind. Cheers very much.
Yeah. Fuck the police. Walks away.
I flicked a back page of the notebook that I'm writing shit down, like weird shit people are hearing and seeing. It's basically I'm compiling this list of the weird shit. That's kind of getting a little bit extensive. I'm having to flick back through pages. You're now reading this book backwards. I expected it to be maybe 2 pages, and now it's like 12. Like, damn, I'm gonna have to get a new notebook after this.
Well, Megan would have probably gone back to the Megan would have gone to the med bay and probably rest off, because obviously everything she's had to deal with has literally brought her to the brink. But is there any way to get sanity back?
There is, and we will deal with that because now we're going to be entering a little bit of a waiting period. That's why I want to wait for everybody to get finished. Because the next step is taking the quote-unquote drift patterns that Ross has brought, plus the last known location of the Pride's Fall, and creating basically a representative model of ocean currents, the changes due to quote-unquote climate change, and any other changes that could have made it due to, I don't know, illegal drilling or 1,001 other things, and trying to predict a intercept path for the Pride's Fall.
So
A lot of math.
In theory, we know that the ship is still like drifting around. We know it hasn't.
You are operating under the hypothetical that it is. There is no guarantee. That is why
we know in giant quotation marks.
Ross is super confident that it is, but he also knows that like everybody else is here for a paycheck. That's why there is a like 6-month time on the contract. Like, once we hit this thing, I will take everybody back to the nearest major port to either fuck off or sign a new contract and go back out. Alright. But during this whole math phase, which I'm not going to deal with rolls, don't care.
How long does the math phase take?
Yeah, that's really the thing that matters. And I think I am just going to, I don't know, deal with that in between this session and next.
Okay.
But for the sake of this, it's going to take at minimum enough for you guys to get another surgery roll.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Before we get to that, I have to account for the days in between.
Okay.
So, step 1 is I need the recovery check for day 3 from both of you. So that'd be con check.
Can I spend the 10% increments on this?
On the con check? Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Hell yeah. How many do you have left? 5 or 4?
4. You can only... Oh, no, I did see... No, you can't stack them. You have 4. You guys both have them.
Okay. I will use one if you want to pop one as well, Megan.
Okay.
Yeah, then you guys will have 2 for the
Sometimes
rating.
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, at least it's not a crit failure.
True.
All right, Dr. Megan, what you got? Yours also didn't matter, but the other way. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and add another hit points to yourself, Dr. Megan.
Okay. Still in the infirmary.
Yep. Next round, day 4.
We have 2 left. I'll hold back on this one. I'll just roll my normal con.
If you guys would like, you can save them for Dr. Chen's surgery rolls.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
let's do that.
All right.
All right, recovery. It wouldn't have mattered again.
You are edging closer to that critical failure.
I am. I'm getting close to that 99.
All right. Yep. We are on. All right. Day 5.
Back down, huh?
Oh no. Yeah, you don't lose 1 for failure. You just don't
okay.
gain anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Dr. Megan, get another one.
I'm at 5.
Just gonna pass me up.
All right.
You get to go
We're
back
on.
to the quarters, which are
Alright.
next door to the infirmary.
Yeah, basically. All right, we're on day 6. All right.
Let's go.
Oh, we hit it.
Let's go. It wasn't me. Thank fucking God.
All right. I do have to check because it might only be a loss of 1, not 1d4.
That's twice you've now gotten that 66.
I know, right?
I think you're gonna have to put those dice in the cup chair.
Okay. Yeah. It is just losing 1. It is just losing 1, not 1d4.
And I'm back in the infirmary.
Out of interest, have any of you guys seen that short about the insane ways that people punish bad dice?
Oh yeah, like people will like melt them in a oven or like put them in
Yeah.
dice jail or like put them in a garbage disposal and a bunch of dumb shit.
I must have pulled a
was just
stitch or
that one.
something.
Yeah, it was just that one about the cup chair so it can watch while I roll other dice.
Yeah, I might do the one where you put the dice in like the therapy room. So rather than punishing them, you're just like, what has caused you to roll so poorly? But anyway, day 7. All right, Dr. Baker recovers the one she just lost.
Let's go. We're up to 8. We're getting
All right.
there.
All right, now for Dr. Chen's rolls with the plus 10. I would like you to know with the plus 10, this man is looking for a 90.
All right, who you rolling for first?
Grover, since you're usually the one that gets me the con check first, except for this last one. All right,
Go.
we succeeded out of surgery for once because this man had 80 and failed all of the other 4 checks.
Oh damn, I rolled really well that time.
Hold on, treatment. I need to make sure I'm doing this right. Recovers 1d4.
Show me a 2. Or
Oh, is it
3. Or 4.
Is that all you need?
Yeah, just don't roll me a 1. Fuck you.
You know, I was gonna just say, you know what, fuck it, I'll just have you move to max, but then I'm like, let's see what happens. All right, now for Dr. Megan,
Okay.
but she gets the 4.
Fuck you.
I get the 4. I'm
still don't
out
think
of
that
the
puts her-
infirmary.
But are you at max?
No.
Sucks for you.
All right, the race is still on.
All right. So those 4 extra days that I accounted for are going to be. I will account for them when I'm deciding however long it takes for you guys to hit the deal with the math. But also over those 4 days, because you are basically just spending them on the ship, mostly doing either light duties or basically not doing much at all.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I find 76.
It's probably where a lot of the interviews with random crew members.
No. So first, yeah. There's also this. So I've been looking over the book and I have it open right now. There are a lot of ways other than therapy to recover sanity. One of them is fulfill responsibilities. Guess what you guys have been doing for the past 4 days?
Been fulfilling.
Responsibilities.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anybody that is missing sanity can go ahead and roll me a sanity test.
Is that just a sanity roll?
Yeah, oh wait, this is for dealing with bonds. Yeah, I didn't have you guys deal with that, so I'm still gonna use it.
So that is in fact just regular sanity. Got it.
To be fair, I mean, I could say in regards to my character that I probably have, like partner or something that I've probably spent some time on a satellite phone chatting with.
Yeah.
Now, is this only people who have lost sanity so far?
Yeah, but I think everybody has.
I haven't.
Oh, yeah, then you don't need to worry about it.
Oh, get this guy fucking mind like a rock. He gives no.
Max! Why?
Yeah, that's a third critical failure on a 66.
Damn.
Yeah, I literally lost it by 11.
So, speaking of PTSD,
Because I'm kind of ad hocing some of the rules on what fulfill responsibilities is for, I'm not going to have you take additional sanity loss, because normally how fulfill responsibilities work is you are increasing a bond, or like repairing a damaged one. So what I'm going to say with your critical fumble is you somehow did something dumb and pissed off Captain Nawali again.
oh no.
Smoking in the bums.
I was going to say smoking in the armory.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that would definitely.
Yep.
You'd be walking around with a new asshole for a while. Fucking impressive.
I guess you're in the
Yep.
where, what is that called?
Doghouse?
The down the lowest bunk where the shitter is.
I'll go ahead.
What is it called?
Uh,
You guys knew about it last time.
he would be.
Oh, the
in
bilges?
barrel.
Bilges, yeah.
Oh, no. His punishment for this is he has to clean and catalog the entire armory by himself.
Oh, okay.
And there are certain points that Nawali expects to be done every day. So, basically, you're rocking a double shift to get it done in time.
Oh well.
I mean, you're also not down that much, so. I'm down 5. Not bad. It ain't great, but it's not bad. But everybody else that succeeded can go ahead and recover a D4. I'm handling KKs, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that's perfect. That literally.
Well, no, you don't get to recover 2. You don't get to recover the D4 because you failed Magica.
I didn't pull it.
Oh.
That was an accidental. Like,
Yeah, that was me because I was rolling for KK.
Oh, okay.
I'm listed as Max.
Got it.
but you're listed as me. I got it.
Yeah, not much point in continuing on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I'm having a lot of fun with it though.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, effectively over this time and the next couple days, I might let everybody roll another sanity. I'll decide by the time I figure out how long this is going to take. Is again just for everybody that isn't on the comms team, not everybody, because it doesn't make sense. Kieran's not a mathematician. He's here to take pictures and speak Greenlandic.
Okay.
But all the math nerds are sitting there putting together. Unfortunately, the bridge gets a little hectic, Grover. Which, fortunately for you, you weren't trying to fulfill responsibilities,
Okay.
or at least fulfill it for mechanical means. I mean, it would have impacted you. It just maybe changed how you reacted to some things. But there are a lot more people on the bridge than there normally are, with a bunch of different like maps and like maps of like the seafloor, maps of currents, maps of some like wind directions, some farmers' almanacs for some reason.
Hey, I'm a meteorologist of sorts.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of times they do ask you about particular things, but this is more than just meteorology. This would be oceanography
That's fair.
or oceanology. They are the same thing. Look it up.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna make anybody roll it because honestly, it's what is a critical failure gonna do? You don't find it, go home? No.
We could.
No, because that means all the planning I've done. Well, not all the what little planning I've done is for nothing, and that shit ain't gonna happen. But yeah, so the bridge gets a little hectic with a bunch of people going over just a bunch of maps. A couple of whiteboards have been brought in. You do have to yell at a couple of nerds a couple times for getting in the way. Basically, it's the, why is that whiteboard directly in my line of sight? How do you expect me to steer the fucking ship? But we're in port. I still have to know what I'm doing.
Well, actually, if it's a valid point, like, are we anchored, or are we just kind of like doing laps around Hogspike?
Initially, Chief Diwali and a couple other people were like, why don't we just, stay here and float off the thing? And Captain Bell's like, well, that would work, except for the fact that I want to make sure everything on this ship stays running. So I want to make sure nothing gets stuck or breaks or anything. It's basically like that thing where if you keep a car sitting in the garage for too long, something will probably go wrong with it.
I'm also with Bell on this one, just because it's like, if we anchor down, it means it'll take us longer to get moving if a threat does arrive, because we still have to worry about pirates.
I mean, you've been anchored here for about 2 weeks at this point.
Oh, fair enough.
And that's kind of Diwali's point. It's just like, we've already been here for 2 weeks. Bell's like, yes, it's 2 weeks longer than I wanted to be anchored here. So, we could stay in sight of the island, that's fine, but I at least want the ship to be moving for, call it 6 hours a day. Fair?
Makes sense.
I was like, yeah, alright. I suppose a moving position is better. If they think we're on one side, and they show up on that side, and then we're not there, and then maybe they'll think we're left. That's fine.
I mean, we've definitely got something probably coming after us.
Looks to you. Oh yeah, hold on. Security will be like, oh, what is that? A giant fireball to cause secondary explosions because somebody decided to smoke near the goddamn explosives?
Oops.
But anyway, what's your theory?
On what's coming after us?
Yeah.
Well, considering the multiple reports of mass hysteria, I would not be surprised if some kind of cult comes after us.
Oh, is it Cult of the Flame?
Run cults.
Is it the Cult of the Flame? Are you a part of it?
I can be.
Yeah, I noticed. He walks over to Bax, like, basically manhandles you, slaps a patch on your neck. No cigarettes for you. As he slapped the nicotine patch on you. And then before you complain, he turns, holds up a piece of paper that is basically a signed, not waiver, but it's a doctor's note from Dr. Chen that is approved nicotine patch, no cigarettes at all. And he holds out his hand, give me everything you have on you. Cigarette-wise.
Max literally goes into his bag, hands him a cigarette box with one cigarette in it. He literally didn't bring that many.
You are a bigger fool than I thought if this is all you brought.
He lights it up in front of his face and smokes it while walking away.
No, he just goes and literally throws it out the window into the ocean, to which the first mate Fuentes begins to step up and say something and then gets held back by Captain Bell. With the...
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max notably takes off the nicotine patch and just kind of dumps it in the trash. I don't smoke because I'm addicted.
Apparently you're addicted to being an idiot.
Max just sips his little cup of coffee through his ski mask.
Case in point.
Psychopathic behavior.
No, it's Captain Bell. It's like literally case in point.
It's hard to have your side when I remember every single time you're like, no, you are just constantly wearing a ski mask. I'm sorry, it's so hard to have your side on any good character call.
You are basically Deadpool, and I am treating you like Deadpool. Yeah, you know what?
I guess that was a better, that is a better character hook than what I was going with.
I just bet with the ski mask. So yes, the dynamic is basically Deadpool and Cable between you and Diwali.
That works.
I know you're good at what you do, but god damn, you piss me off. All right. Anyway, after the Wally kind of in a huff walks outside and leaves, Captain Bell's like, I don't think it's a cult. I really don't. Only because, well, granted, I'm not an expert. A lot of cults, when they have an area that they worship or ritual or chant or orgy or whatever they do at, there's signs like pictures or fetishes or symbols or whatever. As far as I've gotten from you and the other teams, nobody's found any. Okay, good talk. Everybody back to your duties.
What's happening in the infirmary? Nothing?
Well, see, it's funny that you asked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have been keeping track of your guys' crew, and you guys currently have 4 injured crewmates.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Wow, that's one less than when we started the session.
Is it?
No, you started at 4.
5.
No, you had 4.
Oh, okay. So just the same 4 from the pirates, I assume?
Yep. Oh, now I remember where I stored it. It's in the journal. Journal that I didn't give you guys access to. Actually, only 3. I apparently misremembered. Glad I noted it down. But, so, basically what I'm going to do is to add a little bit of, not consequence, that's the wrong word. Add some stakes to this. I am going to now roll for each of these injured recruiters. I'm going to roll twice for each one. And I am basically treating this like Pathfinder 2, where successes they move up a stage, failures they move down a stage, critical failures they move down 2 stages. In this stage, any injured crewmate that critically fails is just dead. You go from injured to dead.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So.
It's like infection set in or some other complication.
Yeah, I'll come up with something. Also, for the sake of this, I am just saying this is a straight 50-50.
Okay.
Alright, so we roll for the first man. He has succeeded. He is off the injured list.
Yay.
We roll for the second crewmate. They move down a step. One crew member is now critical.
Oh no.
I will roll for the third. That's a success.
Oh!
If only barely, but still.
The coin landed on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Uh,
Two-Face must be pissed.
Now for the last guy who went critical, let's see if he dies. He does not. He goes back up to injured.
Good for him.
So that particular guy, he was one of the ones that got he was somebody injured during the pirate fight.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't one of the security team, but it was one of the engineering team that was there to basically like hand out ammo or help drag people off.
Oh, can I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
He was the guy by the hole breach when it got blasted open.
Fair, yeah. He took some shrapnel. Dr. Chen thought he got all of it, but apparently he missed one little part and it had moved and ruptured one of his arteries. Like it nicked it.
Mm-hmm.
When the guy went into critical, he basically stabilized him, got him, ran him through another series of tests, managed to find the last piece of shrapnel that was there, suture up the artery, and with Dr. Megan's assistance, they have saved this man. Well, saved for now. Now we have to.
Now we just have to get through.
Yeah, now we get to see if whether or not an infection will set in. Granted, you guys have one of the best antibiotics in the world, but that doesn't always mean a goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm. And the other one? The one that ended up going critical?
That was the one with critical.
Okay.
The two that were on
recovery.
Yeah, the other two are off the injured list and are back on regular duties. If they go from injured to back on regular duties, I don't feel the need to go through the, oh yeah, they're fine. The antibiotics did their work. I think it's only relevant to note when somebody goes into critical and dies or comes out of critical. You know what? I don't really see why you guys couldn't see the crew manifest. I'll just set you guys to observe. But
My idle curiosity gets the best of me at some point, because from the bridge, I saw Casey, Rowe, and Kieran trying to eavesdrop, right?
yeah.
At some point during the week of downtime, Grover will try to hook up with one or both of them and ask if they've learned anything about the strange correspondence from the government.
I was going to give Kieran the recording that the one guy was going to do, but I think Nav stepped away.
Fair enough.
Which would be the exact answer to your question.
Well,
Yeah.
So I think we will end the session here and pick up with
that next week.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. This is KarsaKKWx. Karsa's my name. KKWX is my empire. And you have been listening to Faults of Man. Until next time. Goodbye.